night, and like the sheets were not changed in like every single one, and the pillowcases were not changed. The only thing that they had changed was
Towel.
the towels, and they didn't even like wipe down surfaces because they put like the glow in the dark stuff on their hands and touch thing, like high touch surfaces. And I'm like, that's disgusting. I was like, I knew that I wanted to bring my own sheets to a hotel room for a reason. And I don't doubt it either. So, and they did this experiment like in the midst of like COVID and everything. This isn't even pre-COVID. Literally not changing pillowcases and sheets.
Sounds about right.
Hmm.
There it is.
All right. Does anyone need to use restroom, things like that?
How do I turn off the pictures of people's characters? Because I'm gonna shrink down the
yeah,
thing, and that gets in the way.
Gotta go to the little gearbox, and then where it says this is different.
Yeah, they changed it, and I'm like, oh, wait, did I find it?
Wow, it's very different. I don't.
Oh, I
actually know.
found it.
Hold
I found it.
on. Okay.
How do I turn it off? Names only. Yeah, cool. I found it. Cool. I was really confused at first. I was like, this is not the same.
Looks so different all of a sudden. It's very strange.
How dare they?
Bastards.
Let's see. Let's do this.
You say shenanigans one more time.
Shenanigans. Who said that?
Have you ever seen Super Troopers?
Oh, like a long time
A
ago.
long time ago.
You don't remember like
I-
all the hilarious parts?
I didn't like it.
Wasn't the entire
It's
movie
been like
hilarious?
15 years, probably longer for me since I've seen it.
Oh,
But I still remember so many parts. That for some reason that movie stuck with me.
I loved that movie. It was so good.
I am all that is man.
I always say that with my students.
Hey,
No
boys like
shenanigans.
Mexico.
What a goddamn liter of cola.
Yeah. We need a liter of cola. It's for a cop. Or no, it's a burger for a cop. Wait, why'd you say it was for a cop?
You're gonna spit in it, aren't they?
Oh god, I love that movie so much. I texted Jason. I was like, "Can you get the first Super Trooper? I'm like in the mood to watch it for some reason. It's so stupid."
You're never gonna win with those skinny little duck lips.
Do you watch? Speaking of like things, did you watch Sex in the City? Because I saw there was like that new season that they
On
had.
there,
Yeah.
I have not watched it.
Oh, okay.
I'm embarrassed to say I watched the entire.
I will absolutely watch it. I just honestly haven't watched anything because I've been watching so much Twitch and like D&D, like in Critical Role. Like I haven't done anything else. I was like, oh, I should watch this. I was like, oh wait, no, I gotta watch D&D.
Yeah.
I gotta watch Twitch. My friends on Twitch right now. Like I've made so many friends.
You can see me in the background. Sorry.
I never actually watched all the original seasons of that show, but I've seen the movies, and then this came out. I was like, meh. I was kind of uninterested until I saw a clip with this non-binary actor that used to be playing Grey's Anatomy, and I really loved their character in Grey's Anatomy, and I was like, oh, they're in this show.
Who was it on Grey's Anatomy? Because I love Grey's too.
She's the one who married that one kid that was the one doctor that died. She's bisexual, but then she pretty much
So many doctors have died.
She married a blonde woman doctor, and then they got divorced. But they
Oh,
had
yes.
together.
I want to say Calliope, because that's
Yes,
her real
that's
name,
it.
but I can't
Yeah.
think of her name in the like what they called her in the show. But I just remember her real name was Calliope.
Yeah, that actress.
The Hispanic
actor.
I
kind
didn't know she
Yeah.
was non-binary, or
Yep,
they were
they're not.
non-binary.
Yep.
I had no idea.
And I really love
love
them
her
too.
Yeah,
I didn't know that either.
I
So
love
that's
her
why
in
I was
that
like, I'll
show,
watch
too.
it.
I've heard
Cute.
the
I didn't know
remake
she was in there.
is not great, but
I don't know. There's only 2 episodes. I've only seen the first 2 episodes, but the character Miranda drives me crazy. She's probably the most toxic personality in the show.
Absolutely. In the original, she is too. Like, I'm always like, why are they friends with this person?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Miranda,
And then that makes
Miranda,
people think it's okay too because it's on TV, and then they start, acting like it. You know what I mean?
When is
Adults.
Miranda?
She's the redhead.
Oh,
but look at. Oh no! Fuck the colors. But you know what it is. Here, Miranda's behind us.
Oh no, Sal has
I got
it.
one
Look.
too.
It's
Oh, no, we
beautiful,
can't
isn't
see
it?
God damn it.
what
There,
is
look.
it? Oh,
Yay!
Yay!
We match. It's so pretty.
That means you guys can go to Tal'Dorei in my game.
Yay! I've only had like 5 seconds to look through it, so
I
I've
know.
only seen a little bit.
all right. So is everyone ready to kind of get started?
Maybe. It's very
Ugna?
cold here. The wind chill is like -5.
Oh yeah, I need to turn Arkmir up.
So I talk while you're turning me up so you can sound more volume.
Can you
Yes.
specifically turn him up?
I don't know how, because it's on
I don't think you can on Zoom.
you. Oh, you're fucked, Arkmir.
Well, quit turning him on.
I don't know how to. I'm
Oh, you
trying
said
to.
turning him up.
That's funny.
Sorry.
Arkmir, turn on or turn up.
Curfews, I'm turning
Turn
off.
up.
Turn up for what?
Uh,
Is he quiet for just me though?
no.
He's pretty
How about
quiet.
me? Test 1, test 2.
Yeah, you
Is this any
sound fine
better?
to me.
More.
More.
Yeah,
More.
I don't know if this button actually works.
What
Is it
button?
actually going up?
I mean, it sounds fine to me.
Yeah, it does sound like it's going up, but it's still not like super loud. What is that? Oh, it's my. Can I mute that? Fuck, I didn't think of that.
Mute what?
I have an idea.
Okay. I completely forgot to freaking
Prep. No.
talk to Chris about his character.
Do you need to hop in another chat?
No.
Okay.
It's fine. So Chris is just gonna suddenly be there as if he was just being super quiet the whole time.
All right.
Okay, so everyone's ready? We don't need to.
Although I feel like he would have been a lot more chaotic in the middle with the
Especially with the dude and the
yeah.
you
with the
turned into
mayor.
undead or whatever.
I'm sure he would have. However, it's probably good he wasn't there because that would have just made life that much more difficult for everyone. All right. So last session, you guys got to the town. Ugna told you guys just had to come here and figure out what was going on. Once you got here, you spoke to the innkeeper. Innkeeper kind of made it clear that I told you to keep on top. Stop it. That there's a bunch of stuff going on, and you guys ended up going to speak to the mayor. The mayor told you that his daughter is missing. He believes that it is the innkeeper's son that took her or whatever, and
Darius.
yes, Darius. And you guys investigated her room. It looked like all of her stuff was still there. Yue found like a little like a pearl what are the things, hair comb, and a piece of some kind of substance like stuck on one of the vines. And you guys met with the mayor and you all hate him. Apparently he's an asshole and you guys were very disrespectful to him. And eventually turned into zombies. It scared him and he called the guards on you. And you guys basically ended last session finishing up investigating her room and heading out of the mayor's house. It is about... Oh, I gotta pull this up. It's in a different program.
I can't find my notes.
Are they in Legend Keeper?
I threw a bunch in
That's-
Legend Keeper, but I didn't know where
Oh.
to put them. But I have them.
Oh,
I copy and pasted mine. And,
I'm
I
looking
still
in
have-
mine. That's why I'm looking in my stuff. I'm a dummy.
You make what the heck?
What would party stuff?
It's probably on the main. Yes, it's in party stuff, and it's probably on the main page. I think I might have actually even called it notes. I don't remember.
Oh, quick notes. I got them.
Wait,
Okay.
is that where
I
they
took
go?
a shit ton of notes. I found them.
Where's Quick Notes at?
Mayor is a fucktard asshat. I wrote that.
Quick question for the Zoom people who have the videos on their side. How do you do that? Put it on the side of your screen so you don't have to.
You click and drag it to the side.
Wait, what?
The
Yeah,
Zoom app.
yeah, pretty much that's what I did.
Oh, okay.
And then I pulled it up.
But then it clicks
Yeah.
off.
So what I did is I made this one smaller, Miranda. Like I just made that one smaller and put this to the side so that way it doesn't swap between the two.
Or if you right click
Oh.
on the top, you can select keep on top. And
Oh.
it'll keep
Wait,
it on
what
the
are
top.
you guys talking about?
Keeping the Zoom app so that you can see the cameras while you're clicking on Roll20.
Okay,
So like
what do you do?
So if you click on the top, you know where the like the little
Okay, I see.
View?
white part is, at the very very top of the thing where you could click and drag and move the
Okay.
screen around. If you right click on it, there's an option that you can put
I'm on Mac.
on top. Oh.
That's okay. I have view.
I didn't know that
But it
was
should have an option to keep it on top. And I need my notebook. Where's my timeline?
And we were on
there
our
we
way
go.
to like the miners or something?
Is that-
Or the soldiers or
Yeah, I think that's
You
what
guys
we
were, I can't remember if you guys were gonna go talk to the innkeeper again or that soldier. There was a couple people that said, come talk to me once you talk to him and I'll tell you what really happened.
Well, I mean, I think like on our way when we see this soldier, we would talk to him, but I thought our main goal was to get to like that camp.
Yeah.
Or was it to go to the inn?
Well, I have here. Hold on. Let me read my notes real quick.
I know we got Felton was the guard, right?
Right.
And then we had Taps, who also, but I feel like he told us everything that he thought was the case, because let's see.
It's just the end of my notes say burned out temple has a homeless tiefling.
Yeah, I have that in my notes too.
And then
there's a lot of shit that's happening in this town. Messed up water. There's a crone that says she can fix it.
Yeah, I've got a lot of random stuff in here, but I don't know where we were going.
Yeah, I didn't get that far in watching the video again, so I don't remember. But I know we had missing miners. Did you want to talk to people again? Just start off fresh to give Christopher like some role play or something.
Yeah, it's up to you guys where you guys want to go when you leave here. I'm trying to find what time it was, but for some reason my shit is not where it's supposed to be.
Elton Graves is the mayor, right?
Yes, Elton Graves is the mayor.
And he has a guard named Felton?
Felton is like one of the
yeah, the one that works with Bella at the guard tower. Yes.
Why is this? I don't understand. Like I like frickin' OneNote, but sometimes I don't understand where it puts my shit. I'm becoming frustrated. Right. New section.
Oh.
Give me 1 second just to find this. No.
That's fine. I'm gonna go grab a string cheese or something.
Okay.
Yeah, the last thing I have in my notes is that it was after investigating the room, reading the journal, and seeing that nothing was taken from the room.
Right.
But that's the last thing I have.
There we go. That's so there it is. You know. I'll just use the ones in this. Okay. So it's about 4 o'clock when you guys leave. I'll wait for her to come back. Oh, is she back?
I'm back. I'm just eating. Sorry.
No worries. Okay. So it's about 4 o'clock when you guys leave, and where do you guys want to head to? You guys are up here.
I mean, maybe we could get more insight on Darius now that we think that she possibly wanted to run away with him. Maybe get the father's insight, because it seems like we're getting conflicting information between the maid and the dad. The maid thinking that why would she give a fuck about this Darius kid, and then the dad, I guess, thinking it's genuine, but also her journal says that she thought she was falling in love with him.
Then we should try to find that soldier who said to come and talk to him once we've done talking to the mayor.
Well, not only that, but when they were talking last, sorry. They don't. Her bed was. It was like she had never left her bed or never gotten in bed. So
that and all her stuff was still there.
Yeah, so I think we should go to the inn and talk to the dad, because the kid Darius met someone, went on an adventure, and that's when things got weird. So I think we should ask about that mysterious stranger.
Who's the mysterious stranger? Darius?
Oh, the one that Darius met.
Oh, that's right. Okay, see, I didn't write that.
Yeah, do you want me to read my notes about it?
Yeah.
Because it says, hold on, where does it say? Darius met a newcomer who told stories about it to him in the inn, and then asked him to leave with him. He left for a couple weeks, I think, and then came back. And that's when he suddenly had like confidence to talk to her.
And was like hyping it up and everything.
Yeah. So, and then he was like, "Hey, let's go on an adventure." And that's so I think that the stranger, like something may have happened. I don't know, but that is curious to me.
It's definitely worth following up.
So, I mean, does that mean to the tavern then?
To the tavern.
And if we see that, I'm gonna keep an eye out for that soldier that we saw. So it's like on our way there, because I know he's supposed to be going to like the tower or watchtower.
A guard post, yeah.
Yeah, the guard post.
It was a tower.
Yeah, between 4 and 6 every night at the watchtower.
And what time did you say it was?
It's like 4 o'clock.
Okay, so
yeah, 4 o'clock right now.
So he would be up there already.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, never mind.
And you guys, the watchtower is this one right here.
Okay.
Watchtower is pretty close.
Oh yeah, fuck it.
Could throw rocks at it or something.
So are you guys gonna head over there?
I think knowing that is closer. Yeah, probably.
So as you guys kind of leave the, as you're walking out of the mayor's house, you see that guard, and as you guys are leaving the gate, he kind of looks at you guys, and he kind of smiles at you guys and says, "So, were you guys able to get everything you needed?"
Is this the sleepyhead?
Yeah.
Probably not, but we got as much as we could.
You got more questions than anything.
He says, "Yeah, I heard. Just want to let you guys know I will probably be seeing you guys later. And I hope you have a good day." And kind of escorts you out of the gate and closes it behind you.
I think he threatened us.
Yeah, probably.
For his sake, you better hope not. We don't find him again.
Hopefully we don't find him
Why-
sleeping.
Why don't we kill him?
Good question.
I think we'll die. I think there's too much of them and not enough of us
Well,
to be killing guards around here.
when night comes. I'm just kidding. No, we're not killing anybody.
I need to put you on the map.
Yet.
Very important send a message, you know, Caden. Iris is gonna walk off towards the tower.
And so as you guys kind of walk up towards this watchtower, it has like a wooden fence around it, kind of like a palisade. You can see that there's like long tents that appear to be kind of like barracks for guards that are kind of stationed and have to sleep there. And as you approach the gate, you see kind of like a short woman. She's human. She's got long blonde hair and kind of like a round face. She's kind of like thickly built. And as you walk up, she's standing there at attention in front of the gates, and she says, "Halt! State your business."
Um, Felton requested us to speak with him after we talked to the mayor. So
Oh,
keeping
yes,
him a
yes.
visit.
Elton
Are you Bella?
Elton informed me. I am.
Nice to
Pleasure
meet
to
you.
meet all of you. Elton did inform me that you may be stopping by. Give me a second. Let him know that you're here. And she kind of leans over to another one of the guards that's standing inside the gate and says something to him that you guys can't hear, and he runs off. And he says, "Just a moment. He'll be here to escort you in. Unfortunately, we can't have anyone inside the guard tower without an escort." So how was your meeting with the mayor?
Eventful. He hates us.
Oh,
But requires our services, so you know.
I think he's going to try to arrest us.
Probably. Especially if we succeed. Or don't
And
succeed, I guess, but either way.
she kind of gets like a look on her face, and she's like, "Oh, well, I hope that's not the case. That would be my job. So if I am ordered to arrest you, I apologize ahead of time. But oh, look, here's Felton, and you see as Felton comes walking up to the gate, and he's like, "Oh, pleasure to see you. So, how did the meeting go? Was it eventful?"
We hurt his pride.
That's not too difficult. Come in, come in. I'll escort you to one of our interview rooms where we can be comfortable. And he kind of escorts you into the gates and takes you to like a small kind of wooden building, and escorts you in. And inside there's like a long kind of like conference table with chairs around it, and he kind of motions for you guys all to sit down. And he goes to the other side of the table and sits down next to you and says, "So, what information can I help you guys with? I'm sure you have lots of questions."
Well, firstly, you told us that once we got the story from him to come to you and you would tell us the real story. So I guess we're just waiting for your side of the story. Why his daughter's missing.
Of course. So I'm sure he expressed to you his views on the culprit. That Darius was responsible for kidnapping his daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we were given information that they had been spending more time together. However, when we did our investigation, we found no evidence of any kind of kidnapping or anything like that. And when we looked at the room, it didn't look like she had packed for an adventure. We are aware that she is quite the cleanly individual, likes her makeup and likes to primp and make herself look nice, but she didn't seem to take anything with her.
Be bougie.
That's an excellent word to describe her. Also, I have some other leads that may be interesting to you. However, I want to make let you guys have your opportunity to ask me some questions before I kind of taint the investigation with my own opinions. Did you have any other questions that you wanted to ask specific to this instance or incident?
Well,
Sorry.
Ooga booga.
I was gonna say
stranger.
we found something outside.
Oh,
The cloth. I think I put it in my bag.
okay.
Or was that Iris?
Ooh.
One of us.
You were the one that found it.
Okay. I couldn't remember. I have it in my notes, but I was like, I didn't write who grabbed it. And I'll pull it out and I'll say, I found this outside in the garden. Does this look familiar to you at all?
He reaches out and he takes it and he
it's not like anything I've ever seen before.
And he looks at it for a minute and he says, "Yes, this is curious." And he kind of looks at it closer and he rubs it between his fingers and everything. It's like, it's not leather. This is interesting. Where did you find this?
Outside in the garden, where the last place most people saw her.
Well, that is interesting. If you could keep me informed if you happen to find anything else about this. We weren't able to discover anything like that. That's valuable information. Do you need this back?
I do, thank you.
And he hands it back to you and he says, yeah, it's not leather, it's definitely not cloth, but I can't place it. Like, it seems familiar, but
it's spongy and soft, but reminds you of leather. It's strange.
It is. It's
pleather.
It's very odd.
Wow.
Can I take a look at it? My mom used to show me around with weaver's tools. Maybe that's something I'm familiar with.
Okay. He kind of hands it to you. Go ahead and roll a nature check. What did you get?
Nice.
Oh man. Okay. So you kind of take a look at it, and do you dabble in, like? Actually, yes. This would be perfect. You would probably know about this. It reminds you of kind of the material that some of the the books that you've read that dabble in like the like demonic and things like that. It appears to you to be human, tanned human flesh.
Jesus.
I thought that. I literally thought that. I should have said something. But I wouldn't have had a reason to think it was human flesh as character.
Yeah.
I was look
but
at it a
Miranda thought about it.
bit. That's interesting. All right. Thank you.
Are you going to tell us about that or no?
Maybe. Iris needs
She's gonna mull it over.
Okay, then I'll take it from your hand and I'll kind of stick it in my pocket, just looking at you weird.
You
don't say anything. What?
If you want to tell him about the mysterious man.
Oh, yeah. What can you tell us about the man that Darius met before he went on his little adventure?
Oh yes. Are you referring to Mr. Edward Sprinkle? Yes.
We got a name.
Edward Sprinkle. He sounds
Mr.
like
Sprinkle.
a fellow.
Yes, he arrived in town about a month and a half ago, and in fact, that's a very interesting person that you bring up. Shortly after he arrived in our town, and this could be entirely coincidence, or it could be a little bit more interesting. That's when some of the disappearances actually started. Now, I know you know about the mayor's daughter. Have you heard of any of the other disappearances that have been going on in the town?
Yeah, a little bit. They've been happening
A horse
around the
and
mines.
a dog also went missing. I don't know if you were just adding extra shit because the barkeeper wouldn't stop talking and we were like, okay.
Oh, yes, I remember. Okay,
or those...
Who knows?
Who knows?
He says, well, Now, let me kind of give you a little bit of a backstory about what's been going on in the town. About 3 months ago, there was a woman who resided in the miners' camp. She was the wife of one of the miners that was currently stationed at
Oh.
the mine itself, and she was staying here while he was deployed out there working. And when he returned home, he discovered that she was gone. She had not left a note or anything like that. Nobody could really remember her talking about leaving. We never found any signs of foul play or anything like that. Um, her tent had all of her stuff still there, but she was gone, and we were never able to recover her or find out exactly where she went. Unfortunately, she didn't have a lot of friends in the area, and she was kind of a loner, and they didn't have any children or anything like that. So we kind of just tossed it up to maybe she decided that this wasn't the life she wanted, and she decided to move on and leave and go about her business. But then a couple of about a week later, um, another woman that resided in the camp, she was a miner that was currently off of rotation and living in the mining camp. She disappeared as well. And this Mr. Edward Sprinkle, there was a couple of people in the mining camp that had noticed that he'd spoken to her several times and seemed to have taken a liking to her and had asked her to go on walks with him on several occasions. Um, but she too, one day was just gone, and all of her stuff was still in her tent, and she hadn't spoken that she was leaving or anything like that. Hadn't told any of her friends that she was leaving, but she was gone. We questioned Mr. Sprinkle, and honestly, he had an alibi. He had said that he was in the inn with uh, Dorian at the time, and or
Darius.
Darius, sorry. Dorian's from Critical Role. I'm gonna get those things
He
mixed
my
up quite often.
man.
With Darius at the time, and we had no reason not to believe him, so we kind of ruled him out. However, him and Darius kind of formed a quick friendship, and about a month ago, or maybe longer, I can't remember exactly the date, but they left on an adventure of some kind. They were saying something about a cave and a bear and a treasure that they were searching for. I don't remember. This is all third hand that I got from some of the witnesses that I interviewed. And they were gone for about a week, and Darius returned, but Mr. Sprinkle did not. When I asked Darius what had gone on, he said that he'd gone to
Shit.
Aladoon to sell some of the pelts and treasure that they found in some cave that they apparently investigated, but he never really gave us any details. He just said it was to the north and that they had discovered a bear and slayed the bear, and that they had found some treasure within the confines of the cave.
I have a question. How many
Yes.
people total have gone missing? Do you know?
At this point, and he kind of reaches into his pack and he pulls out his notebook and he says, as of now, we're looking at the disappearance of 6 separate women.
Okay, so that was my next question. Is that all been women?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Oh my god, I can't spell women. Whoa.
I can't spell disappeared because the 4 times I've written it, I have all red lines under them. Apparently,
Whoa,
I don't know
man.
how to spell
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
I'm typing.
And yes, it appears they've all been women, and none of them have been related in any particular way.
And they've all. Oh, so one of them was married. Never mind.
Yes, one of them had a husband that was gone working in the mine. The other was a single miner who was on leave living in the mining camp. Another one was the wife of the miller. She went missing shortly after the miner went missing. And we've also had two women who worked for uh, a shipping company that handles some of the caravans down to Aladoon. They both went missing uh, on a trip to deliver some iron.
No, that's when they
We
got
have,
ambushed, right?
yes, correct. We have had several incidents where caravans have been ambushed on their way to the south to deliver some of the goods. Now, one of the interesting things that we've discovered about these is somehow they knew which ones of the shipments were carrying some of the more valuable gems and materials, and those are the only ones that have been ambushed.
So there's a mole.
Or
Potentially,
magic.
we haven't been able to discover anyone who knows any specifics. We've gathered some information of talking to their friends or people that they are acquainted with, but all of these women, except for the miller's wife, seem to have been loners or didn't have a lot of friends within the town.
What about that was only 5 people that we know of. The miner, the miller's wife, 2 women, and Myra. What's you said 6?
Correct. One of them was a
Glad you were
she was a woman that stopped into town for a quick visit. She showed up shortly after the third woman went missing. She was and these are from accounts that I've heard from people in the inn. She was a short woman, very pale skin, jet black hair. Um, she checked in at the inn, stayed for a day, and then left the next day and just never came back. But some of her belongings were found within her room. And so she may not be related, but we've decided to include her as well. Another detail: she wore a strange hat. It was mentioned by several of the patrons at the end. Some kind of a conical hat with like what they say mages seem to wear.
I was gonna look over at Caden.
What?
What?
I think that would go good on you.
I do have another question.
Wait, what would go good on me? I was
The
He's gonna
hat.
make the triangle
The mage hat.
overhead.
I was looking for a synonym. Do we have a group name?
Not yet.
Okay, I was looking at a synonym for downfall, and then I was like, wait, I missed out what happened.
What was your question, Yue?
Hold on, I was looking. I saw it a second ago in my notes, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I should ask about that." Where is it?
He's figuring that out. Is my voice coming through clear,
Yes,
or should I
scratch.
hop onto my?
There is some strange kind of like static sound, but I'm not sure it's from you.
I was hearing that too.
It's gone now. Where the fuck? Okay, I just saw it in my notes. It was something about. Oh, there it is. Okay, so some of the miners have been hearing strange sounds in one of the new shafts that they've now closed off. And that's where I think, who told us this? Oh, I think it was the barkeep dude.
The innkeeper, as well as the mayor, told you about
Taps.
This.
Yeah.
And
so do you know anything about these strange sounds coming from this? I'm just trying to remember if this was related to this, because I feel like he said, and I didn't write this down, but I feel like at that point he was saying how some of the people were near there were last seen near there before they disappeared.
Yes. Um, so I know what you're speaking of. We have had several reports from multiple miners that have come through town, and in fact, we dispatched a party out there to investigate. Apparently, there's a shaft that was recently uncovered, um, and they've been hearing strange sounds, and just the miners have talked about eerie feelings and just strange noises coming from down the shaft. We sent a couple of bards out there. They investigated, and they never returned.
That's what it was. That's what I remembered. Okay.
We made the decision that the best course of action was to just wall up the shaft and instruct the miners to avoid that for now until we can gather more information.
Okay, so it had nothing to do with this. I remember someone disappearing, and that's what it was. Okay, cool. Thank you. Sorry, I was just reading over my notes. I was like, oh yeah, what about this?
And yes, we've gotten nothing that the two are related. However, it is odd.
Yeah, it is strange.
That mage that was here in town, that was included in the missing persons. What stuff did she leave behind? Books, for instance.
She left behind a trunk full of clothing. And as a matter of fact, we have the trunk here somewhere if you'd like to see it. When we finish here, I'll be sure to have that brought to you so you guys can look through it. But it was mostly clothes and personal items and a child's doll and some other things, but nothing too incriminating, if you will, or nothing to lead us to know what could have happened.
Gotcha. Thank you.
And was there anything else that I could perhaps help you guys out with? And I'm an open book. Anything you need.
Did you do it?
I did. As a matter of fact, I have them in the back.
I'm just kidding. Sorry.
Inside check.
That one, he definitely did it.
I mean, I doubt it, but I want to.
Do you actually ask him that question?
Oh yeah, I'm like, so where were you when these people went missing?
And he kind of laughs and he says, "Valid question. Our patrol routes and our schedules are pretty regimented here. As a matter of fact, I believe when almost all of the women have gone missing, I've been stationed here at the tower." Mm-hmm. And if you want to insight check him, feel free. And
yeah, I'll insight check him just because I don't really think he did, but I just want to see what she gets from his answer.
All of a sudden,
I gotta roll it.
Yeah, she knocks him on the floor.
I haven't played D&D.
You're under arrest. That one, like when I try to bully a kid, remember?
Oh yeah, I have +5.
Oof.
As far as you know, he's
fucking America.
He seems completely honest to you.
All right. And I'm like, haha, yeah, and I'm gonna like side bump him.
He kind of smiles and says, "Valid question. Now, on to other than the missing women, we've also had, I'm sure you've heard, some issues with villagers falling sick, of course, and we have tested the water and found no visible or obvious signs of any kind of contamination or anything like that. We spoke to Tina, and she says that she believes that there's something going on. Oh yes, the old crone down south.
Oh, I do. I have notes about that. Never mind. It does say Tina.
My journal. Yeah.
Sorry.
She is the village wise woman. She's who we consult for anything like that.
She has stuff for us to pick up.
Wants us to find it, I think.
A cure. I mean, sorry.
Yes, she has been asking for people to go to some swamp and gather ingredients for her, but
Sure, that'll
she
go
hasn't
well.
been able to find anyone willing as of yet.
Well, it's something we can definitely check out.
And
but
she's
of course
to
we're-
the south, which is the opposite direction. I think we're wanting to look at.
Yeah, and we're prioritizing the
Where's
missing
where's
persons.
where's the mine? Oh,
So the mine is to the east. It's a couple of days walk.
it's not on
or-
this map.
No.
Okay, got it. That's all I needed to know. Okay.
Is there anything else that I could help you with?
I mean, I have a question, but it's not to do with this missing person, so I'll wait.
I'm just looking over my notes.
I can't think of anything.
And on a separate note, what's up with the tiefling in the ruined
What
temple?
the fuck is up with that?
Yeah, what the fuck is up with that?
I love that so much.
Yes. You're referring to.
We got a name.
I'm going to give you a name. Let me find it.
My watch is like, it's bedtime.
You're referring to Eldrith. He used to be a priest in this town. He ran the temple, but since the gods have kind of gone out of favor, he's become a little bit of a pariah, and he has kind of become the scapegoat for everything going on in the town. Everyone seems to blame him, and the temple has been vandalized several times. He kind of keeps to himself and just stays inside the temple.
So he's Bruno.
Yes, very much so.
We
don't talk
Bruno,
about this
no.
tiefling. What's his name?
Eldrith.
We don't talk about Eldrith. Yes, that's a cool name.
Be careful associated with him. He is, yes, it could put you in a little bit of hot water with the villagers. Everyone seems to avoid him.
No, not really worried.
He's probably someone we should talk to then.
Honestly.
If you would like.
I mean, we're not living in this town. We're not really worried about.
And where is he exactly? Just
man.
for my notes' sake.
He resides in the ruined temple.
Ruined temple, got it. So okay, over by the market and stuff.
We don't talk about his rage. Does he know Eldritch Blast? And he says Eldrith Blast?
Yes.
Eldrith Blast. He just has a list.
God.
An accurate description
That's
of what
bad.
he says. Eldritch Blast! And then he shoots.
That's so bad, you guys.
It's me. I'm a warlock.
Now, if you guys are looking for some people that could potentially have some information, in my notes here, some of my people of interest, I would definitely speak to Lester. That's Darius's brother.
Oh yeah.
He and Darius were very close. He knows a lot about what was going on with him and Edward. Also, if you could go speak to the Millers, the Miller, he may be a little bit difficult. Since his wife has gone missing, he's not the same. He's kind of turned to interesting ways of dealing with it, but he may know more. And also, you may want to speak to what's his name? Where did it go? To Sylvester. He is the camp leader down at the mining encampment. He oversees all of the comings and goings and things going on around the camp. He'll have more information about some of the miners that have gone missing.
Okay. And the cave. Or the, what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking
I probably do. I just not sure what you're referring to.
about. The mine that the shaft that was shut down.
Yes, he would have more information about that as well.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. Now, is there any other information I can provide for you? If not, I do have some duties that I could get back to. I can provide you with the chest if you'd be interested in that as well.
With
Or the trunk. The
Oh,
trunk.
the trunk. Oh, that's for you, Iris. Sneaky bastard.
Is there anyone that can replace the mayor?
Unfortunately,
No vying for power.
no. No. He has a very firm hold on the town, and
Why?
he and the where is it?
What would happen if something happened to him? I mean, there has to be, a second in line.
Yes, him and the Masterson family have a very long history, and they are both the power structure within this town.
Masterson?
Yes, Tobias Masterson. He owns the Masterson Trade House. I'm sure you passed it on the way up here.
Tobias?
Tobias Masterson, yes.
They're the second most powerful.
Correct.
Okay. Cool. Good to know. Just, just learning the town. That's
of
all.
course, he controls all of the trade that goes on within this town, and anything bought or sold is purchased through the Tobias Trade House.
Okay. Interesting.
Oh, the Masterson Trade House, sorry. He kind of looks at all of you.
I'm going to leave the party and run for mayor.
Good luck.
I vote for you.
This is my leaving the campaign. I'm going to go start a new character. I'm just kidding.
Unfortunately, this town is not a democracy, so...
Well, fine. I will overthrow him. I will usurp him. I'll make it a democracy through, the American way.
Popular demand.
I would just like to tell you that I do report directly to the mayor, and anything that you say to me, technically, I must report. So,
and then we'll be head against you. Yeah, we were just trying to learn about the town. That's all.
Of course, and that is what I will report. However, a change of subject seems like a good idea at this point.
So
yeah, no one likes to talk about assholes. They're smelly.
How do you spell Aladun?
Aladun.
Okay,
I've been spelling it wrong this whole time.
I added an E to it. So.
If I could do it, it has those two little dots over the top of the U.
I spell with that oon, with that O-O-N-E. Or O-O-N.
I'm just sprinkle. I'm just fixing all my mistypes.
Like there's a character named Dugar, and it's D-U-G-A-R, because it's the same, it's a little dwarven thing. So.
Oh, okay. Random, sorry, off, above board. I learned something. So dwarves is actually wrong. It's only written like that with a V in Lord of the Rings. In the English language, the correct plural for dwarf is dwarfs with an F. And if you're talking about like dwarven, it was dwarf. It's like if you're talking about something that's dwarven, like we would say in D&D, it's actually dwarfish.
Oh. Huh.
I was like, what the fuck? I was on a Twitch last night and learned that. I was like, this is crazy. I had no idea.
I mean, but that's how language changes.
Dwarven is from Lord of the Rings. He uses it in a specific sense when he's talking about the old dwarf. It's like totally convoluted, but it was interesting. Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna pee real quick, so you guys think of any questions you have, and if you don't have any, then we'll move on when I come back. I'll be right back.
Ready to move on.
Oh, what do you mean?
Your Discord, your Zoom.
Tard isn't in my dictionary. I should add it.
I'll be right back. I need to find an actual pen. My pencil is not satisfactory.
Oh, you're not using Legend Keeper?
I'm not either. I copy and paste what I write in Google Docs.
Oh.
And I just paste it into an empty spot. I don't like the little spots. The template. I don't care about the template. Oop.
I mean, for my notes, I just like type and then I'll put it together later. Like right now, I have so many misspelled words because I don't worry about it while I'm typing it.
Yeah, it's too
So it's
busy.
like red line, red line, red line. I'm like, I don't know. Apparently, my brain doesn't know how to write. Disappears. Resides. I can't spell. Hi, Alistair.
It looks amazing. Did you catch that?
Oh, what happened?
Oh no, he made up a new plant character for Plants vs Zombies.
Ooh.
And he's making up his powers and stuff.
Oh, that's sweet.
I am back. Is Arkmer still down?
Yes.
It kind of looks like a snake plant.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's what I say. It looks like the plant in Mommy and Daddy's room. Hold on.
Edward Sprinkles. That's so sus. Such a sus name.
It does have a little face. See?
Oh my god, that is so freaking cute. Dude, that is adorable.
Or he makes some good stuff.
I know. I remember seeing that stuff when I was over there.
We got him some wires to make skeletons for his creations now too.
That is so cool.
I know. Okay.
All right.
Go play.
So, he kind of wraps everything up and he says, well, thank you guys for coming. If you need any help in your investigations, please let me know. And I do ask that you please keep me informed of anything that you may find out, as it can always help to have a couple of more heads with the necessary information to kind of think outside the box. Give me a moment, and he snaps his fingers and calls over one of the other members of the guard and says, if you could please bring the woman's trunk that we have in storage so that they can investigate it. And I will bid you guys all a good night. I have duties to attend to. And he kind of like bows and shakes all your hands and walks out. And you guys wait a couple minutes, and this man carries in a trunk. It's about 3 feet long, 2 feet wide. It's fairly plain wooden trunk, and he sets it on the table and opens the lid and kind of like stands back for you guys to take a look at the stuff inside. So, Iris, as you kind of step up to it, you look inside, and inside is some neatly folded clothing. Appears to be kind of like small dresses for somebody that's about 4 feet tall. They are almost always black, with what appears to be like kind of arcane symbols embroidered into them. And as you're kind of digging through it, you also find a very realistic porcelain doll within the trunk.
Leave it.
And like it has like blonde hair. Its eyes are made out of glass, but very realistic, almost like they can actually see you.
Is that everything of note in the chest, more or less?
Yep, basically just clothes in the doll. And I need you to roll a perception check, Iris.
Kitten's gonna like be glaring at that doll like, dolls.
I want to pick it up.
Dolls are suspicious.
Do you mind if I hang on to this? I want to check it out more. See if there's tinker with it. I don't know. It's creepy.
The doll?
And you don't notice anything about the doll other than just it seems so ridiculously realistic.
Can I do a, I was gonna say Arcana check on it?
Yes.
Based off of the doll maker. See any similarities, even though I doubt it, but I forget. Did she die? The doll
No.
maker?
No.
Oh,
She definitely did not die.
No, don't. Oh no! This is a return. Fuck
Oh.
no!
You kidding me?
I will never know until I'm dead.
Dude.
This isn't
2
from your Arcana
crit
check.
fails.
It's just from you.
I'm having a panic attack. He
Yes.
is now. That's
It
why I
looks
don't
very-
know. I'm
it's
having
very familiar to you.
flashbacks of a tunnel that never ended, and just like, oh, there was a music box, and everything went black, and then we were.
And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
I'm just staring blankly ahead. I got shell shocked.
Did I pick the doll up?
Yeah.
There you go.
It
I wanna
bites your
hold the
finger.
Doll.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
Sorry, where did this doll come from?
It was in
I
the
thinking
chest.
loud. Okay.
It was in the chest that
Nice,
the,
there we
the
go.
woman that came through left.
I have a +6. Fuck. This is bullshit.
Um,
2 nat ones.
So as you're kind of turning it and like looking around at things, at one point you almost like you get like a glimpse, almost like the eyes follow you as you're turning it, but you can't tell if it's just like, you know, those statues that are like reverse, so it looks like they're looking at you when it moves around. You can't tell if it's that or if the eyes are actually following you when you move it around.
Okay.
Can I do a history check?
You don't need to do a history check. It looks
Okay.
familiar to you.
Fuck, I don't like that.
I was just gonna ask the guard. Do you mind if we hang on to the doll? I get the feeling we might be able to use this later. Your magic stuff.
Go ahead.
Are you going to keep it in your bag?
I'll
Maybe.
carry it. I'll carry it around with me.
There.
Oh my god. I love it.
Go on her shoulder.
The guard says, if you think it will help with the investigation, of course.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Somebody put a blindfold around it.
Yeah, please.
It'll match Alfia even more now.
Yeah, it'll
Sword
match
too.
Alfia.
Little dagger.
So are you going to take it with you, Iris?
I
Or-
guess Alfia's taking it with her.
Are you taking it with you, Alfia?
Yeah, I'm gonna just carry it around and like hold it everywhere with me.
Okay.
We weren't intimidating enough.
Perfect. So yeah, but other than that, that's kind of the only interesting thing that you see inside of it.
I mean, that brings me to a question. Who made that doll? Do you know?
You asked him the guard this,
Yeah.
and he kind of like shrugs and says, "I'm assuming a doll maker."
I mean, was it imported? Somebody in
I
town?
don't think
Do you have a doll
he
maker?
would.
No, not in the town. I'm assuming, the woman whose trunk this is probably would know better than me.
Whose trunk is this?
The
Missing
woman that
woman.
went missing. Remember I told you the small woman with
The
very pale,
newcomer.
very
she
pale
was,
skin,
Oh, she's the newcomer?
dressed in black with
Yeah.
Strange hat.
with a
Page's
strange
hat.
hat.
Are there any of
Very
those hats in there, by the
pale,
way? Never mind.
Wearing all black.
Mhm.
She stayed for a
Sounds-
day and left to the north and never returned.
To the north.
Yes.
I'm going to note that.
Wait, I thought she disappeared when the other people did.
She
Okay,
did.
fine.
She people saw her. Actually, I don't know if I actually told you that.
I don't
Never
think
mind.
you
No,
did
I
because
didn't.
I did not have that.
It was in my head,
It
and
was
I.
the third.
Yeah, you didn't hear that part.
Oh, okay.
That was your DM messing up.
Right.
Did this person that was dressed in black, did she not like light?
I didn't. There was no one that said anything about that. I never met her myself.
Did anyone actually talk to her?
From what we gathered from the patrons at the inn, she came in, checked into a room, went directly to her room, and basically stayed there until she disappeared.
Did she come during the night or during the day?
She arrived and he kind of says, "Actually, hold on," and he walks outside and you see him go talk to the guard that was in here previously, and he comes back and he says, according to our interviews, she arrived around dusk.
Okay.
Hey, Althea, I'm gonna need that doll for a bit. Only for like 10 minutes.
That's creepy.
Whenever we're
So,
out of here.
what are you gonna do with it?
I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna use Identify.
You're not gonna destroy it, right?
No, not unless I need to. But I mean,
Okay.
this could probably be useful.
Shall we check it out back at the
Well-
inn?
Yeah, whenever we get a downtime for I can sit still for 10 minutes. But for now, hold on to it. I don't want to be near it.
Okay. What else are you gonna do? Are you guys have any other questions?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. So are you guys gonna head out?
To the inn?
Yes, to the end. Let's go see about that boy's father.
Okay. So the guard kind of like closes the chest and says, "I'll let people know that you guys have decided to hang on to that doll. Please return it when you're done with it. It is still evidence." And he leaves the room, and another guard comes and escorts you out of the watchtower. At this point, it is about, you guys probably spent about an hour there. It's about 5 o'clock. And it is kind of, never mind, it's summer. It's July, so it's not getting dark. Okay. And you guys gonna make your way to the end?
Yeah. On the way there,
There's some food.
yeah, that doll. It looks familiar, and I find it very strange that someone from outside came here and is the owner of that. There was a woman that I ran into a long time ago. Was not a good person. Very powerful mage, I believe. She used to make dolls just like that. So it's
Oh, you think it might be her?
yeah, I mean,
What did she do? If she's a very powerful mage who made dolls, what's the connection there? I mean, she just have a collection, or?
I remember she wanted my friend. I'm not gonna divulge their name, but she liked the way she looked and wanted to make her into a doll, I believe.
So she would use these dolls as a conduit for her magic?
And I believe she would put souls into them, take people and turn them into dolls. And I mean, definitely don't want to damage this in case it happens to be
A person?
I mean, it wasn't the case last time, but I don't know. Could be this time. So be careful with that, Althea.
Okay.
Might have a lost soul on her hands.
Nah.
I know soul.
As if this isn't
And
chaotic enough.
who do we know that's also a doll? Poet. The person in the tower. And we really don't have access to her.
What?
That I imagine. Not here, unless we teleport back.
What are you talking about?
Oh,
That
Poet
little-
is basically a living doll.
She's the one who sent us on the missions. Or did she this time, or was that
She's
Ugna?
the one that sent you on the mission to go take that little girl.
Yeah, she was the one
box mission.
quizzing
Oh, I
us on our
wasn't there
morals.
for that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's why I was like, who the fuck are you talking to? So
It's from a
confused.
previous campaign, but yeah.
Got
Poet
it.
is basically
Okay.
living
Well, I mean, she
doll.
was in this campaign too,
Very
as an
brief.
NPC.
For 10
Yeah.
minutes.
She's the one that left to go to Sapphire's realm and help her out.
Yeah. So I have no idea who you're talking about. So I'm like, what? I don't what?
She's just a wee girl who looks just like a porcelain skin that's just animated.
So she was one of these dolls?
Maybe.
I forget her connection, but
I heard somewhere that she was created, like her soul was put into a doll.
What the hell?
That's what
This
someone
some
told me.
Dresden Files shit.
Someone told you?
It's Ugna.
Uh-huh.
Say that.
Ugna would have totally told you about that because he likes toys.
yeah, but that's just something to keep in mind while we're here. I really hope that she's not in all this.
All right. So you guys make your way to the inn, and when you guys walk into the inn, last time you were there, it was kind of empty. There was like 4 or 5 people, but it is bustling right now. There are lots of patrons. It's very loud. People talking and laughing, and people playing dice and things like that. And as you enter, you see as Taps is behind the bar laughing with his patrons and serving ale, and you see his wife bustling around, and his barman is, filling drinks and getting new kegs and everything like that. And what are you going to do as you guys walk in to this bustling inn?
Cast detect evil and magic or whatever.
And I need
No, I don't have it.
Caden, roll a perception check. I know it's not your strong suit.
Yeah, that's why you asked, right?
Uh-huh.
Let's see.
Oh, nice.
What'd you say to roll?
Let's go.
Perception.
Okay.
Perception.
Level are we? 7?
Oh, not
Are we
bad.
level 7?
I believe so, yes. So as you guys enter the bar, there's you notice a familiar character that appears to be sitting in the exact same spot that he was sitting the last time you guys came in here. He's like a kind of grizzled looking older gentleman, maybe in his like 30s or 40s. He's got reddish like brown hair, and he's sitting in this spot here, and it looks like he hasn't moved since the last time you guys were here. And there's like 5 or 6 mugs of ale on his table, and as you walk in, he kind of like glares at you guys and goes back to drinking from his cup.
Where is he? Is he this guy right here?
He's sitting back here. I actually
Whoops. Sorry.
let me move this.
How the fuck do I erase it? I'm like, it's not working.
There we go.
Well, I can't erase that. Sorry about that.
Which
Oh, wait, I got it. I figured it out.
All right. So what are you guys gonna do?
I'm gonna ask for food because I wouldn't have noticed him, right?
No. I mean, I guess all of you. He looks familiar, but you wouldn't have noticed anything kind of out of the ordinary. Caden just noticed that he kind of glared at him when he walked in.
Okay.
So you go up to the barkeep and ask for food, and he's like, "Oh, of course. Good to see you guys again. How'd the meeting go with the mayor? Oh, no, I'll talk about that in a minute. Here's your, Misty. Get these fine folks some food. Make sure they're well fed. If you guys just find a seat, I know it's pretty busy, but just find somewhere to sit, and we'll make sure you're taken care of."
Mm-hmm.
And so you guys make your ways to a table and sit down, and couple minutes later, Misty comes bustling over with a handful of mugs of ale and puts them in front of all of you, and she makes sure that Ayla gets her milk, and brings you like some like stew of some kind, and puts it all in front of you and says, "Is there anything else I can help you all with?"
I mean, I'll have a water.
Of course. And she goes and brings you water. So you guys are all eating and enjoying yourselves, and maybe 15, 20 minutes after you guys arrive, you guys are just starting to finish your meal, and you hear the front doors slam open, and you see as that guard that was in front of the mayor's house walks in with another gentleman that's dressed in like a black kind of not a suit, but like a nice kind of black outfit, shirt, tie, slacks, and he's carrying a large scroll, and there's another person next to him in plate mail armor, with a large two-handed sword strapped to his back, and following behind him is two people carrying a chest, a small strong box, and as they come into the inn, the man holding the scroll unfurls it and says, "Ahem! Your attention, please." And the inn kind of like dies down, and all the laughing kind of diminishes, and he says, "I have a message from your mayor. Hear ye, hear ye. Your fabulous and wonderful mayor has acquired a group of adventurers who have decided to come to the town and investigate the going on around the village. However, this group of adventurers have decided to ask for an exorbitant sum for their services, and as such, we must collect taxes from the village members. If all of you could step up immediately and pay your additional taxes. Also, remember that anything that you tell to these adventurers is as good as telling your mayor. They will report directly to the mayor anything that you impart to them. Again, anything you tell to them is as good as telling to the mayor." And he furls the
Are we getting paid by the tower? I say to the group.
Well, I don't remember asking for an enormous sum.
Are you even getting paid?
Real quick.
I feel like standing on the table and being like,
yeah,
Hear
do
ye,
it.
hear ye. No, I'm gonna stand up. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm going to stand on the table.
And I'll just stand up and like support you.
I'm gonna get into my pockets and pull out a crumbled piece of paper that I might have that has nothing written on it. Everything that this man has said about the adventurers is a lie. We've never asked for any money from the mayor. We are getting paid by an outside source. Additionally, I don't want to report everything to the mayor because I really want to get to the bottom of whatever's happening, and I feel like he might impede this investigation. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please come over and ask your local adventuring crew.
And while she's doing that, I'm going to use thaumaturgy to dim the lights everywhere except around her. So like only the candles around her are lit.
God. I love you guys. I love it.
And then as soon as the other guy starts to talk, I'll use prestidigitation to make a fart noise and a fart smell.
And as you finish, he pulls another scroll from his belt and unfurls it and says, "Here is a statement from the mayor as well.
Oh,
beware."
Shit. Is he making shit up too?
"Beware. These adventurers are conniving and crafty. They may attempt to use magic to deceive you. And they will also tell you the exact opposite of what I have imparted to you today. It is their plan, and here is a written statement by these adventurers. I will disseminate it amongst the inn, and it will be posted around the town." And one of the guards begins to hand pieces of paper out to the patrons of the inn.
I'm going to pick up the paper that I just dropped on the floor and said, "Question for the masses. Why do you think your mayor would hire somebody he doesn't trust to solve the mystery of his missing daughter? Think about that. If we were so unworthy and mistrusting, would we be looking for his daughter? You decide."
I was just gonna sneak away.
So social
as you
interactions.
say this, the man with in the plate mail armor and the man with the strong box begins walking up to each of the patrons, and he opens the box and says taxes. And multiple people put several coins in the box as he goes around, and one of the patrons says, "I'm not paying you extra taxes."
You don't have to.
And as he says that, the guard that you guys remember walks up to him and says, "Sir, you're not going to pay your taxes?" And he says, "Of course not. This is ridiculous." And he nods to the guy in the plate mail armor, who immediately grabs him by the shirt, pulls him up, ties his hands behind his back, and hands him off to one of the other guards, who quickly escorts him out of the inn and says, "This man is under arrest for not paying his taxes. Anyone who chooses not to pay, that's fine. You can spend a couple of days in the dungeons. Does anyone else wish to refuse to pay the taxes to pay for this adventuring party?"
This adventuring party is not getting paid by the mayor. I say 2 days in jail is worth not putting money into the mayor's pocket.
What are they gonna do? Put everyone in the dungeon?
Go ahead and roll a perception or a persuasion check.
Who?
You?
Me?
Yes.
Okay.
The other guy's farting when he talks, so she should have advantage.
Can I get advantage because he's doing light show for me?
Sure.
Oh.
Worth a shot. It's not bad.
Okay. As you say that, like several of the patrons are like, "Yeah, we don't have to pay you," and each one of them, as they say that and start to argue, is quickly arrested and taken from the bar.
He'll
At
pay
this
for
point-
this.
At this point, I think we should just let the mayor find his own daughter. I'm not
I
getting blamed
agree.
for something that I didn't do.
Look.
Should we tell him
I
that?
mean, we can find his daughter and just
Not tell him.
tell him.
Yep.
We'll say that out loud for the guards to hear.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yep.
But report that to your master.
So actually, as they're walking around and they get to you, he kind of smiles at you and says, "This is for you," and he hands you a folded envelope and continues his business.
Hand it to who?
Whoever takes it. holds
I
it out
imagine
your
to
table.
you, Ayla,
Yeah, I'll
since
take
you
it
were
'cause
the
I'm being the
one.
loud one.
Yeah.
I'll open it.
Got like a boo boo.
So written on the piece of paper is a official document. It looks like it has like scroll work and calligraphy, and it looks like a very official document. And it has the symbol of the tower's kind of like letterhead at the top, and it says that you are required to follow the Mayor Elton Graves's instructions, and are not permitted to leave the town without permission from the mayor under penalty of arrest.
From the tower? The tower said this?
That's what the piece of
Can
paper says.
I make
he
an
went to our-
insight check to see if it's a legit paper?
Absolutely.
He went to our boss. That's bullshit.
What a fucking Karen.
I know. It's not bad.
I mean, the document looks official. It is an accurate representation of the heraldry for the tower at the top. The signature, well, did you do the calligraphy, or is that more of an Iris thing?
It was me. Oh no, I'm a cartographer. Oh no, I do both.
Okay. The signature appears to be Soma's valid signature.
Soma.
I'm gonna ask the innkeeper for where the post office is, and I'm gonna write a letter, strongly worded letter to the tower or to Thule,
We don't need this
explaining
anymore.
the situation that we found ourselves in, and to back the fuck off.
I'm going to just rip the note and throw the pieces on the floor.
My letter to Thule is gonna tell her to back off, or tell them to back off.
Yeah, and
The shredded pieces of the note, they burn up into little embers.
We're so bad. We don't like
Totally
being
fine.
told what to do.
I mean, it's just mostly for show at that part. And in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, shit.
I'm gonna message spell everybody slowly because it only works on one person at a time. We're totally getting fired.
Yep.
Yeah.
So as you guys do all of this, the do you walk up to the innkeeper at the bar and ask him for the post office and everything like that?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him where the post office is, where I can mail a letter.
Fucking taxes.
He says,
Bullshit.
it's over in the Masterson trade house. Speak to Mr. Masterson. He should be able to post any letters. It
Oh, good. I
will
wanted to
take
talk to
several
him
weeks.
anyway.
It should take several weeks to arrive, though.
Okay. Well, then how did that get here so fast?
Yeah.
He
Magic.
kind of looks at you and shrugs.
Well, I guess we'll have to use magic too. That's fine. I can do that.
Uno reverse card.
Yeah.
They finish walking around the bar and collecting taxes, and as they kind of walk back to the inn, the crier kind of says, "Thank you for your understanding, and enjoy the rest of your night." And they start to leave the tavern.
I don't have mage hand anymore.
And as they kind of leave, you notice that like the kind of raucous fun atmosphere is kind of like diminished, and people are like kind of leaning over, kind of like shooting kind of looks over your guys' group, like
Okay.
not happy.
So I'm gonna look at them and be like, "What? Do you guys want us to find your missing people or what? Like, why are you staring at us? We were called here to help you."
You know what your mayor is like.
Yeah.
Don't look at us like it's our fault.
Make an intimidation check.
Okay.
A couple of people kind of go back to their drinking and start ignoring you, but you can tell like the attitudes of people towards you has definitely changed a little bit.
I'm gonna do like the.
Why is he impeding our shit? Like, this doesn't make any sense.
He's impeding this because there's something that these townspeople know that he doesn't want us to know. So they're not going to tell us everything that they know because they think that we're going to tell him, and he probably wants to know a lot of things. And this guy needs to.
Well, either we need to take care of this guy, or I say we talk to the Masterson dude because he's the second most powerful guy
Probably
in this town. Maybe he has an idea of how maybe we can get him on our side, and he can start talking to people.
Go ahead.
I think Althea was getting excited.
I think that we need to investigate this doll lady more. I think that she is the root to all of this.
Why?
I don't know, just a hunch.
Dresses in all black.
Ours gonna have snuck back by now. The other people are gone.
And as you guys are talking, the Taps kind of comes over to your table and then says, "So I'm guessing the meeting with the mayor didn't go too well."
No.
How much was the taxes anyways?
You did not warn us that he was a pompous ass.
Well,
or did you? I don't remember.
It was obvious.
I'll be AFK real quick. I'm sorry.
Okay. He says, "Well, I thought once you met him, it would be kind of obvious. Now, I don't." And he kind of leans over and he says, "I don't believe any of that's true, but you do understand. If you cross the mayor, he'll punish who he believes he can punish."
I just don't I don't understand why he is impeding our investigation to find his daughter. It makes no sense to me. So
he's petty.
He might have something. He might be the cause of the problem.
As soon as
I don't know.
Iris says he's petty, he points at her and says, "That's pretty much probably it. Spite. He doesn't need a reason."
I have the best idea.
We're gonna
I'm gonna
blackmail
send
him.
him. I'm gonna send him flowers with an apology.
Hey, you guys.
Yeah.
It
Does
says that
anyone? What?
they're taking young children, right? Or they're taking like younger girls.
Oh no,
Uh,
just like women.
yes.
Just
Regular
women in
women.
general. Why don't we use one of us as a
Oh yeah, there's two
decoy?
girls or three girls. I forgot about myself.
Well,
I mean,
if what's his name? Your son shows up. Oh, your
Darius?
son. Does he yeah, Darius.
Or Lester, because we
Or
need
somebody else that's acting charismatic with the women. I
and
have
he.
a suspicion, and I was going to ask you about that. When your son met or came back without Mr. Sprinkle, how different was he acting?
And he says, yes, this is one of the things I wanted to speak to you about when you came back from the meeting with the mayor. I'm sure he accused Darius of kidnapping his daughter, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, has sent those henchmen into my bar several times, accusing me in front of my patrons. Well, should I start from the beginning or? Yeah, I'll start from the beginning. So, several months ago, this Mr. Sprinkle showed up in my inn. He seemed like a nice guy. As a matter of fact, I kind of like him. He came in telling stories of his adventures and throwing money around the bar, and he became quite the character. And people would gather around to listen to his stories, and Darius was definitely taken with him. And he started buying my son drinks and talking to him about his adventures and that he should go on an adventure together, and uh, that he'd teach him that the girls loved adventurers, and just that he needed to see the world and not be kept in this sleepy town. And I'm not gonna lie, he had a positive influence on my son. He seemed happy. He enjoyed it. He Edward would introduce him to women and make them laugh, and he felt important. Um, then a couple of weeks later, he left and went on an adventure. Or he said that he went to some cave and that they slayed a man-eating bear, and that he found treasures inside the cave, and he brought back this necklace. And shortly afterwards, he met the mayor's daughter at the mining camp, where she would go and offer meals, and she would talk to the miners to tell them how important their jobs were. And my son met her there, and they started hanging out here at the inn, and he gave her some necklace that he supposedly found on one of his adventures. Made a big show of it in the middle of the inn.
Did there happen to be a gem in it or anything?
Yes. I can't. It was some fancy necklace. It had some kind of gemstone, some fancy gemstone in it.
Hold on. Wasn't there a picture of the mayor's wife, and she was wearing a necklace with a gemstone in it?
Yes.
It was like a emerald or something.
Yes, it was an emerald in the picture with the mayor's wife. Um, this one was a ruby necklace, however. It had a large ruby pendant. It was a golden necklace. He also, when he came back from his adventure, it was like he was a different person. He was confident. My son's always been kind of a recluse, just awkward and gangly and shy.
Yeah.
And when he came back, he was confident. He would talk to girls and introduce himself, and he would tell stories, and he sang. He'd never sung in his life, but he often would play an instrument, and I don't know when he learned to do so.
Did
Yeah.
was he acting like himself other than that though? Or do
Yeah,
you
yes,
okay.
I would ask him questions that only he would know, and he knew the answers.
Okay.
So, but then he started hanging out with the mayor's daughter. They became close, and he told me, "Dad, I'm gonna take her on an adventure. Go show her the world." I can't. He told me he couldn't stay cooped up in this town anymore. But I had a bad feeling about it the whole time.
Did she wear that necklace after he gave it to her?
Yes, she was seen often wearing it.
I feel like I don't think they talked about that at all.
In fact, she had a confrontation with one of the miners about that necklace. I don't know the details, but it got heated. There was raised voices. Perhaps you should speak to the miners about that.
Yeah, we were gonna be heading down there soon. Would they be there tonight, or should we go in the morning?
I mean, they're often around their campfires. Several of them come into the inn, but none of them are here tonight.
Okay.
But they are often up late, drinking and carrying on down there at the camps.
Okay. Do you guys have anything else to ask him?
Yeah, plus if we go in the morning, they're probably going to be working, so
that's true.
The evening is probably the best.
So
maybe we should bring wine or something with us.
The miners at the camp down south are not they're on. So the way the mine works is there's two teams. There's a group that's on duty and stationed at the mine, and they live there. And then there's the team that come back to town for several weeks. It's kind of like a downtime. They work for 4 weeks, and then they have 4 weeks off, and they rotate back and forth so that they're constantly working in the mines. So whenever you want to go, they're not going to be leaving. They basically just lounge around and spend their money when they're on their off times.
I'm okay with doing that if you guys are interested.
Yeah, and I think we should bring something with us, like ale, or something, just to and show that we're one of them. You know what I mean?
We also need to talk a bit before we head over there.
Yeah.
One thing real quick, see if you know Mr. Taps. Do you happen to know anything about the lady in black that went missing? She had this doll, and I lean my head over towards Althea, who's supposedly holding the doll.
He looks at the doll and he says, "Oh yes, that lady. Yeah, she came into my inn. I think at around dusk, about a month ago. She came in, walked to the bar. I remember she had these big eyes that seemed to stare through you.
Big enemy eyes.
Very creepy lady. She had very pale skin with bright red lips.
Is it Poet?
No, that was not her name. What did she call herself? Teresa or something like that.
No.
Where did that go?
She checked into one of the rooms in the back. She stayed for a day and then never returned.
Which
room
was
left some of her belongings there. It was room 5 in the back.
Is someone in there now?
No, we've left it empty. It's the constable told me it was a crime scene.
Well, I need access to that crime scene.
All right, but you can't tell anyone I let you in. It has to be just between us.
Just so you guys know, that name is exactly the person who I thought it was.
The evil mage doll maker.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What does she have to do with this?
I'm sending you a message.
Does she have anything to do with it?
In my hand. Oh, are you sending me a message?
Yes.
On
on Discord.
So
Okay.
were they? I still can't remember if they were saying that Poet was made by this doll maker, or if the doll
Oh,
maker was interested.
I think it was the
Well,
doll maker was
and you
interested
said
in.
her name was what, Josh? And
She
Lindsay.
said, I think her name was Theresa or something
Oh,
like that.
Teresa.
I mean, okay, so not exactly the name, because the person who I'm talking about is Thoroughla, but I mean, pretty
I see.
fucking close.
I've never known a good
Sure.
Teresa.
You know what I mean?
Never known a good Teresa.
Mother Teresa.
That's the joke.
Oh wait, this is a different world.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's a very creepy lady. I was glad when she left.
That's rude.
Yeah. Well, no, you should be glad. If hopefully it's not who I think it is. I do want to go to the miners, but I need to see for myself.
Of course, do you want to do that now?
Yeah, and actually I need to check this doll out. I mean, that's confusing, but I need 10 minutes in there.
Of
I'm
course.
do some magic.
And he kind of looks over and he says, Toby, come here. And the barkeeper, the kind of bar back guy comes rushing over and he says, could you take them to room 5? Just open it up for them and keep it on the down low. That's probably not a term they use in this time frame, but
It is now.
just make sure you're not watched. And he kind of like nods and
Keep it on the
kinda
buttery shrub.
leads you guys out of the inn. And outside the inn, there's like another kind of building. It's kind of like a long building with multiple doors. And actually, one of those rooms is the one that he gave to you guys. And you're actually in room 3, and he leads you to room 5, unlocks the door, opens it for you, and you guys are able to kind of head on in. And inside the room, it looks like exactly the same as your guys' room. It's or you guys had 2 rooms, right? I think. I don't remember. Anyways, it's not important for this moment. Basically, there's a bed, a dresser, and like a coat rack and things like that. But it's nice but plain. What did you guys kind of want to investigate in there?
Iris, do you
I'll
have
stand watch outside the door.
Okay.
detect magic, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna spend time to check out this doll. May I see that, Althea?
Sure.
Alright, and if you guys can please look around the room, see if you can find anything while I do this. And then I'll help in a minute.
I want to walk outside.
Okay. Go outside.
Yeah. We'll go outside.
And you're casting that as a
Ritual.
It'll be ritual.
I don't have
Ritual?
it prepared otherwise.
Yep. You guys kind of spend about 10 minutes of your time inside, and you cast detect magic, Iris, and the only thing magic in the room is the doll seems to glow with magic, like the whole thing, and you cast identify on it, right? And that tells you exactly what it is, right?
Yep, here you go. So if you want to read it, just to be sure.
Yeah.
You learned which spell created it.
So, the eyes of the doll are like crystal balls, basically. They're one-way portals. Somebody can see through them. And the doll itself is a vessel that holds like a magic force of some kind. But it appears to be empty, other than the portals of the eyes.
So.
And as you do that, and you detect that, the eyes very obviously turn and look at you.
Oh, fuck that.
And the mouth quirks up into a smile, and kind of mouths the word "hello."
It says it, or just mouths it?
No words, but you can see it trying to form the words hello.
What do you have to do with this town?
And the smile just kind of stays on the face, and it goes back to looking exactly like a doll.
Bitch. Yep, we're good to keep the blindfold on this. Was anyone looking around the room or anything, I guess, while I was doing that?
Was anyone investigating the room?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Yeah, I'm outside the door, so I don't know what's going on there.
So you spend some time looking around. There's nothing magical. It appears to be just a regular old room. You can see like a spot where like there's less dust, which appears to be where the chest was placed. But other than that, it just looks like a regular room. There's nothing of interest inside of it.
Okay. Well, I guess that's all we're gonna find, yeah? And Alfia walked outside, but I'm gonna wrap the doll's eyes again.
Okay. And you, I need you to make a perception check. So, maybe like 10 minutes, so like right about the time that all this is happening with the doll, you hear like a high-pitched female scream off in the distance to the east.
Was it Alfia?
But I have recognized the scream.
No, it just sounds
Okay.
like somebody screaming, and shortly after you hear like another scream.
Okay, I'm gonna immediately turn to them in the room and be like, someone is screaming. I don't know if you hear that, but I need to make sure everyone's okay. And I'm just gonna take off towards the scream and leave them.
Yes, we're going after her.
Oh shit. Alright. Let's see. Oh nope, not doing that. Okay. Alright, let's see what the fuck's going on there.
Alright. So you guys kind of rush in that direction. Let me put you guys on the map again.
And I give the doll back to Alfia.
Who's not there?
She's outside. Well, I mean, did you wander off?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Where did you wander to?
I have no idea. I just started walking.
So there's a building to the north that's the market. There's the building to the east that's that ruined temple. To the south is like the tents for the miners, and over here is
what's the cave that they killed the bear at? Where's that at?
You have no idea. They went north, but
we
you don't
just know
actually.
It's to the north, yeah.
Yeah. And
okay, I'm just gonna start wandering to the north.
Okay. So you get
Lost in the woods the whole session.
to like right here when you start hearing the screams, and they're coming from this direction.
So the map is not oriented north, right?
No, the map is. Did I say east? Yeah, to the east.
You said east.
I thought you said north. Because he said he was wandering north.
Yes, he's wandering to the north, and then the screams came from the east.
Oh, we're at the inn. Okay. My character's way over here. That's why I was confused.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to move this.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're at the tap house.
Yes.
So I am going to run towards the scream.
Are you going towards the screams, Alfia, or are you just going to keep going north?
I'm going to keep on going north. My character doesn't care about screams.
Okay.
She does not care about human life at all right now.
So
I have the doll.
Yes. Is everyone following Yue or no? Okay,
yep.
So it takes you guys about 20 minutes to get over to where the river is. and you see as you get to the river, you see kind of people like running out of this building here. Um,
Where?
this
Warehouse.
The warehouse.
Warehouse by the river.
Oh, okay.
Um, and as you're watching, you see as a woman starts to run out of the door, and just behind her, a figure kind of like steps out and grabs her shoulders and kind of falls down on top of her, and appears to like lift up and cough something black
What the
onto her
fuck?
face.
What the fuck?
What are you guys gonna do?
Hold on, can you repeat that again? I was typing, I didn't hear.
Yeah, so this figure kind of seems to stumble out the door and grab a hold of the woman and pull her down to the ground, flip her over, and cough something like black and thick and mucusy onto her face.
I watched a sci-fi movie where they did that. It's like a Helix or something. How far away is it?
It's probably like if you guys run like a 5-minute run, you got to cross the bridge.
Jesus, 5-minute run.
But we wouldn't have seen that because we were so far away.
So you just see like it in the distance. Like you don't see like what this person looks like. It's just almost just like two figures. You see that one's a female figure, runs out of the door, and then a male figure seems to grab a hold of her and cough something into her face.
All right. Well, since it's 5-minute run, I'm gonna cast a 1-minute spell. Pretty much, I'm gonna call Valentine down, and she's gonna fly down, and I'm gonna cast a spell on her, and it takes a minute, but she starts to like grow and morph until she becomes this weird like a griffin, a horse.
Nice.
And I get on her back, and I cast Phantom Steed.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Because I want to go see what the fuck is happening, and so even if they're running, I'll pass them, even though I spent a minute casting it.
Of course. And you guys all are heading in that direction?
Yeah.
Okay, so as you kind of get on the steed and fly over there, you get there before them. And as you kind of get closer, you see that this figure on top of her appears to be dressed in like an undershirt and like almost like they're in a they were in a sick bed. And there appears to be like what almost look like mushrooms growing out of their shoulders and their face and their chest, and like little clumps. And these mushrooms have like a pure white stalk with a pure black like mushroom head, and there's white spots that almost form what appears to be like a skull on the head of the mushrooms. And you see it keeps coughing stuff into her face, and you can see, make a survival check.
Yeah.
Who? Him.
Yeah.
Survival. Not great.
30 minutes.
They appear to be almost like this like dust material, and as it kind of like coughs out of him, it like coats her face, and you can see some of the like the black kind of smoke like go up into her nose. And like as you're kind of watching this, she starts to like convulse on the ground, and you see as what appear to be mushrooms start growing from her mouth. And like you see is like little like tiny mushrooms start to grow from all of the places of her flesh that are kind of covered in this kind of like black substance.
Shoot. Would I've had to go across the bridge, essentially?
No, because it can fly, right?
No, it's a horse. Like, it has wings, and that's how I'm flavoring, like, it's making it go fast. Because it's a... Oh, wait, does it fly? I think it's just
Pegasus flies, but...
No, I mean, for flavor, I'm turning my owl into the horse. But it's just a horse, essentially. It just goes really fast. And I figured having the wings would just help flavor why it's fast.
So, yes, you would have to go across the bridge. The river is fairly wide and deep.
Yeah, so I would have gone. Okay. So I'm
And
seeing
like,
this happen,
yes.
and I'm looking at her. I'm like, fuck, she looks done. And then I'll say, I'll kind of point my rapier at it with like a fire at the tip, and I'll say, leave, leave her alone. What else am I gonna do?
Okay. And do you cast any
Amanda.
I'm not.
spells or anything?
No, I have firebolt as an action held. Essentially, I'm holding it at the tip of my rapier.
And as you say, leave her alone, you see it kind of like look up at you, and you can see that this figure's face is like completely white except for the black mushrooms growing out of it, and its eyes are completely like glazed over with this kind of like almost like a cataract look at it. And as soon as it sees you, it starts to crawl towards you and start to stand up, moving towards you.
All right, I'm gonna kite it till the party shows up.
Okay.
I'm on a horse,
And
bitch. Catch up.
as you kind of like take a step back, you see as two more of them start to emerge from the entrance
Oh no.
of the warehouse.
Oh shit. How far back are they when I look back?
They're maybe 40 feet from you.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay, so they're no the party.
Oh, the party maybe like 80 feet behind you.
Oh, okay. Oh fuck. I'll fucking firebolt.
Okay. So go ahead and roll an attack.
Oof.
So you like kind of like stumble back, like, oh shit, you fire a firebolt and it kind of zips over its head, but it has like no effect on it. And you see as they those two that just poured out of the entrance and the one in front of them start to shamble towards you, almost like stumbling as they walk towards you.
My speed is 55. I don't know if that makes a
shit.
difference.
That is really fast. So you're much closer than they are. You're maybe 20 feet behind them. And
Yeah, I looked. Oh, what the fuck? Just catching up.
I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative.
All right.
Can I go pee first? Like, can we have a second?
Yes,
Oh yeah.
absolutely.
I should probably let my dog out to go potty too.
Yeah. Tell her I said hi.
I will.
One of her ears is standing up.
Oh, I want pictures.
I do have one, actually. I'll send it to you.
Yay. Okay, let me roll initiative real quick and then I'll go pee.
Hold on, let me make
Hey,
sure that
I have inspiration.
yeah, go for it. You do. Remember I gave it for you for the like dancing thing you did? I forget
Oh,
exactly
that's right. That was fun. That was cool. Okay, I'll be right back.
And then if everyone could move their characters over here, you are like
Remember how to do initiative? None of us rolled above a fucking 10.
Where's the rest of you guys? It's over here. Alfie, you're not even here. You're kind of up in that area.
Yeah.
Here to me so we can see her. Don't hold her like that. Oh, she's not close.
See a giant 39 above my character.
That's how many health points you have. Oh. She's such a nuzzler, Josh. I never had such a nuzzler.
I would love a dog like that. I need nuzzler dogs. I need my character sheet. So, oops.
And she likes to tuck her nose into like your hand or your elbow or like under the blankie or something.
That shit's adorable. No, I didn't want that. Alright, character sheet. So how you guys liking the mystery now? Are you more or less confused about what's going on?
I live for shit like this, so I love the Sherlockian feel.
Mm-hmm. Really enjoying.
Oh man, they rolled pretty decent on their initiative, and I rolled like poop.
Oh, what did I roll? I didn't even look. I had to pee.
You rolled a 4.
Oh, fuck me.
You were so fast until then.
Mm-hmm. Until I saw what was happening, I was like, oh, back up.
And I said you were about 40 feet away from them?
Yeah.
All right, is everyone back?
Let's see.
Okay, so this one, the one in the front that was on top of the girl, seems to shamble forward about 20 feet. Covers about half the distance, and then he's gonna move again, and he gets right up in front of you. These ones do the same thing.
Oh god, I'm dead.
And so both of them manage to are right up on top of you.
Uh-huh.
And Eris, it is your turn.
Oh, thank God, Jesus Christ.
How far away am I?
They dashed.
Okay.
You're about 60 feet behind Caden.
Yeah. I'm looking stressed.
Ours is gonna slow down, and she's going to grab the snake amulet on her chest. And she's going to cast the spell slow. She's going to grab the snake, and it's gonna mold kind of like a glue around her hands, and she's gonna spread it out, and it's going to. I haven't thought that spell through all the way.
All right, so what
the
is
ground
this?
around them is just gonna start mushing around them.
Okay, duration.
Sticky. Get out here.
And
no little skeletons popping up and grappling them like.
What is this saving throw? It's one turn.
DC 14.
Okay, and it's dexterity. Wisdom. I don't think that matters.
Oof, 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 oof.
Okay, so all 3 of them are affected. And then.
Thank you, Michael.
Hasn't moved 30 feet closer, and that is her turn.
Okay.
So if their speed is halved, right?
Yes.
So what if I cast something that also would have their speed? Would they even go half of that?
I believe does slow stack?
Is it 2 different slow spells?
Well, this would be like magnified gravity.
Then it should.
It should stack. I'll let it stack. I'm the DM. I can decide whatever I want. They're fucking zombies. It's not like they're fast, so. Okay, and are you gonna do anything else?
Nope, that's our turn. She's 30 feet closer and cast slow.
All right, Caden, they're right on top of you. What do you do?
They don't have reactions, right? Or
no reaction.
Yeah. All right. First, I'm going to sing the slow spell activate. I have my rapier out and a little dagger, and then I I kind of like rev the dagger like it would be like a motorcycle, and it turns into this long, luminous, light blue arcane sword as I cast Moonlight Blade.
Okay.
And I'm going to. Here, let me take that spell slot away.
They have -2 to their AC, right?
Yes.
I saw an opportunity, and I'm going to take it. And I have to look at my attack sheet because being a battle mage can be a lot. So I'm going to do my first attack, which is a regular rapier attack.
Okay. And this is piercing, right?
Yes.
Okay. That hits.
He's good.
Okay. So you stab into the zombie, and it takes 4 piercing damage. So minus 4. And 2 ice, correct? So okay. So as the ice kind of like spreads out from the wound, you see as like the flesh kind of like turns like black, and then kind of like crumbles off of its body. It appears to like it does additional damage.
Oh, fuck yeah. They don't like ice? The hell, that's crazy. Usually it's like you would imagine zombies on fire. You still up?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so this is still the same. I have extra attack where I can use a cantrip. Okay. And I'm going to use... are they right next to each other? Or kind of...
Yeah, they're all like piled on top of each other.
Cool.
Much.
Then I'm going to use... was it Blue Frost Piercer, which is Green Flame Blade. And so I get strike again the same one with the same spell, with the piercing song, but then the ice that impacts shoots off of him and it hits the person next to him. Or we'll attempt to do that. We'll see if I even hit.
Yeah, that totally hits.
And then the piercing song, or that's piercing song, right? Yeah. And then Blue Frost Piercer is 5 frost damage to the one next to it.
And then these two take 5 damage.
And then, with my bonus action, Moonlight Blade.
Okay.
And 9.
That actually misses. So like you stab it, and like the ice kind of like shoots out to the other two. And then it kind of like stumbles to the side as the ice kind of hits it, and you just barely miss with your Moonlight Blade. And Yue, it is your turn. You might be on mute.
Sorry. My bad. How far away am I?
You're like 30 feet away from them. You could totally.
Okay, so yeah, I could totally. And stupid cadence in the way, so I can't cast anything.
Oh, hold on. Because they didn't have reactions, I was going to use my my movement. I didn't get to use my movement.
Yeah, I figured you wanted to do that.
Sorry.
You asked at the beginning.
Are we doing it to this? Like,
I mean, just move away. We're kind of theater of the minding it.
Okay,
these
so I'm
things
gonna
are super slow.
Run my full movement away.
Like, so just remember, you're 30 feet away from them now.
Okay. So I am going to cast. I think I'm going to move up 15 feet. And I'm going to cast Burning Hands.
Okay.
Because I can do that with key points now, bitches. So I for some reason can't pull up how.
The 15-foot cone.
Yeah, but I couldn't figure out like how to pull this up without putting it in the thing. So I was trying to see how many key points. I think it's just 1 key point.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to look that up because I don't see it on my. Can I move my stuff over to D&D Beyond? Do you mind if I do that like later after this game?
Yeah, I don't care.
Because I like the way it's set up so much easier.
Absolutely.
Okay, so water.
Yeah, be careful. We don't want it all to disappear, though.
I think she's just gonna make a character there.
I'm gonna make a character sheet on D&D Beyond. Is what I meant, and I'll leave this one in there
just so that she knows what everything does, and
yeah. I'm pretty sure it costs a key point to use that.
I'm pretty sure.
Oops, wrong way. Okay. So I'm gonna cast that as you hold your hands, you stop touching your fingers. Blah blah blah. So 15-foot cone. So they have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do it over all of them.
Yeah, all 3 of them did it.
Yes.
Fuck
and they all take full damage.
fuck yeah. So that is 3d6.
Oh no, I'm so
So they all take
Wow.
16 damage.
Jesus Christ.
I love my
So
monk, man.
as the flames kind of like engulf them, you hear like the sound of like sizzling flesh and like uh the smell of like flesh burning, and you see as the mushrooms start to catch fire, they burst and little clouds of black dust emit from them. But you're how far away from them?
15 feet.
Okay, so you just see as the little clouds of black kind of drift into the air. Are you gonna do anything else?
I don't think I can. I'm going to use the rest of my 15 feet to move towards the rest of them.
Okay, so you're gonna move up
Or
to
well,
them.
actually, I have 55, but I'm going to use the rest, yeah, my movement to move closer to them.
Perfect. Okay, and then Ayla, it is your turn, and you are about 60 feet from them.
That's you, Miranda.
Are you muted?
Yeah, I can't hear you if you're typing.
I'm good. Yeah, I wanted to do magnify gravity.
Okay. And DC 14 con saves.
Oh, fucking hell. This ain't working for me. I'm having issues with Roll20.
Because you're on a Mac, huh?
Okay, well, this one manages to save, but the rest of them don't. So they take 12 force damage.
The other one, hold on, let me see if they have a for whatchamacallit, like if they fail to save.
Yeah.
Hold on, my
I
thing
know how to
isn't
spell.
scrolling.
Is that how you spell that? I don't know.
Mm.
It's not.
If you
use
just
Google.
click on the.
I know how to do it. It's just my thing isn't scrolling.
Yeah.
So it would take half damage. So that one would take 6.
6. Okay.
And then that its speed is halved. And then it says any object that isn't being worn or carried in the sphere requires a successful strength check against your spell to pick it up or move. I mean, I don't know if that applies, but yeah, if there's anything on the ground, they can't move it unless they have a
Okay.
strength save.
Yeah, they're not.
Oh, I forgot
Okay.
Alfia wasn't here.
And then I do have a hold on, a bonus action. Oh, I thought that was a bonus action. Never mind. I literally thought it was. Oh, it's because it's a cantrip. I keep on thinking cantrips and bonus actions are like the same thing.
A cantrip can be a bonus action.
Yeah, I know. It's just it's not a bonus action. But so that will be it.
All right. So it is this one's turn, and it is going to attack you, UA. And it is going to.
I'll watch you try.
And how far? You're really far away, aren't you? Is anyone else within 15 feet of these creatures?
No, I ran 30, remember?
So just you, UA. I need you to make a DC 13 Constitution save.
I moved over by them, so wherever they were.
Yeah, you're right next to the zombies, or next to
No, to the party.
Oh, okay.
Because I have 55.
Okay, then never mind.
So,
They wouldn't do that.
sorry.
No worries. They.
I was like, no, I wouldn't move near them. I would move by the party.
They each
That's
move
fine.
super slowly, 5 feet forward, and then it is. Eris's turn.
Well, I guess it's time to have fun.
And she's gonna draw her bow and take a fucking shot.
Okay.
Noise.
14.
That hits, and so you're aiming at the front one, right? I'm guessing.
Yep.
Okay, so. Okay. Anything else?
And she's going to. She'll go and cast a false life on herself.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
All right, Caden, it's your turn.
Oh, hey. I'm going to use Blade Song. And let me mark that down. That'll increase my AC to 18.
Okay.
It does other things too. I think it increases my movement speed. But have they gotten closer?
I mean, they moved 5 feet, or 10 feet, so they're 20 feet away now.
So I will move 20 feet. Do I have to do the plague thing?
You're moving up to them?
Yes.
No, not yet.
Yeah, so I'm going to get within range of them. And I'm going to attack.
Okay.
Piercing Song. Boop. 10 hit. Miss.
10 hits.
Okay. And then again, but with my cantrip.
Nice.
Well,
And that gives the person next to them the frost damage.
and are you attacking the one at the top or the one in the front?
Whoever's closest, like for running straight at them.
Yeah, the one in the front then.
Okay.
Okay, so that one takes 7. And then -6.
We should take the zombie's head to the mayor.
And then
what sucks is these are town people.
It's
that's true.
-9. Okay, so you stab it the first time, and it does the damage and nothing happens. Then you stab it again, and you hear as there's a high pitched kind of whistling sound, and the body starts to expand, and then it just bursts into a cloud of black spores. And I need you to make a Constitution save.
Okay, before I make my last attack.
Correct.
Okay, Constitution.
Nice.
So as it kind of explodes, you manage to hold your breath, and the spores kind of expand out in a 15-foot circle, and then kind of drift up into the air. But you are fine. You're just covered in kind of black goo.
I killed one of them?
Yes.
Okay.
This one's dead. And then these ones both take damage. Okay.
And then my bonus action?
Yes.
I'm going to slice at the nearest one.
Okay.
With a crit.
And kill the shit out of it. So 10, 18, 19, 21.
So this whole time, for flavor and for my class, my piercing song, my rapier, it's playing music. So my attack moves are going to the flow of the to the beat. So every time I stab, a beat drops, stab again. If they try to swipe at me, I'm just elegantly footstepping away, and I slash them again with the moonlight blade. And most of the time, I'm using the moonlight blade as flourish to make it look pretty, like a glow stick.
I need you to make as you of stab it through the eyeball, it explodes into a cloud of spores, and I need you to make another con save.
I can only do so well for a little bit. Oh no, it's okay.
Oh nice. Shit!
All right, and you're able to hold your breath again, and that one dies. Are you gonna do anything else?
I'm going to back up.
All right, Yue, it is your turn.
I'm gonna shoot the last one with my crossbow.
Okay.
Nice.
That hits. And you do 9 damage. So the crossbow bolt sticks in its flesh, and it continues to walk towards you. Are you gonna do anything else?
I'm just gonna back up a little bit.
Okay. Ayla, it is your turn.
I'm gonna back up to Tad, and then I will do my. Oh, excuse me.
Corona. Sorry.
They weren't social distancing, clearly.
My brain. Guiding bolt. No, actually, I don't want to do guiding bolt. How about just witch bolt? I feel like hopefully that will just kill it.
Oh, fuck it.
Unfortunately, that misses.
Damn.
Wait, no. 9 hits.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
So
because I'm -2 AC?
Yes. You do 6 damage.
Yeah.
And you cast Witch Bolt, right?
Mm-hmm.
What does that look like when you cast Witch Bolt?
That's a new spell for me, so I think that it just kind of shot out of my body because I don't control it yet.
Okay.
What was this?
And so this almost like looks like lightning kind of streaks towards it and smashes it in the chest. And it stumbles back a half a step, but then keeps coming forward. And what else are you gonna do?
I guess just back up a little bit more.
Okay. I'm annoyed that you guys. How long does this fucking slow spell last?
Till
Mine
they're
is
dead.
gone.
By the way, don't forget to make wisdom saving throws at the end of their
'Cause it
turn.
was-
Not that they're dead live.
Mine lasted until the end of my next turn, and this was my next turn, so now it's ended.
Okay.
14 was
What was-
the
14.
number.
Okay, so now they can move 10 feet.
The last one.
Can use either an action or a bonus action, but not both. That's interesting.
And how far away are you? Yeah, any of you?
I'm
Um,
30 feet
whatever.
away. Just move my full movement again.
So. Wait. 10 feet.
Caden's trying to make up for going down every other fight.
And move another 10 feet, so they're 10 feet away from you.
Ah!
And Eris, it is your turn now.
Who else is within exploding distance of that thing? Is it mostly just Caden and...
Oh, hold on. I think
I think just Caden and Ayla.
What is the exploding distance?
What was it? It is 15 feet.
Isn't UA? UA's closer than me.
Is she? Then
It's
those
UA.
3. Yeah.
Ours is gonna hold a spell. Yeah, you all should back up from it. And she's just gonna hold a phantasmal force for them to back away. Then
Okay.
they back away. Actually, she's just gonna hold a bolt. They're gonna phantasmal force. Yeah, she's just gonna hold a phantasmal force. Her snake's gonna be kind of like ready to strike, just hovering above her, waiting for them to move away.
Okay. Then Caden, it is your turn.
Okay. And there's one left.
Yes.
And we're trying not to blow it up in people's faces, right? Not much I can do with that.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah,
So
honestly.
shit balls. Just Phil.
Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna do what I do best and stab and slice. I'm gonna run up again, doing my dance moves. And I have so many things. Okay, piercing so.
Nice, man.
Alright. I'm pretty sure that hits.
Is he still alive?
Hold on. Let me check for you in a second. Alright. It does -8, 9, 10. -14. Yes, he is still alive.
Okay. And then with my extra attack, I'm going to use another cantrip, but this time it's going to be Booming Blade, which again requires me to use my regular attack.
Yeah.
But if he moves, that's when he takes the extra damage.
Okay.
Okay. And then Moonlight Blade.
And
man.
that hits. And I need Ayla, Yue, and Caden
Me.
to make con saving throws.
Wow.
Oh shit!
I've
Sorry.
been doing good on
It
my
was
con
supposed to be a
saves.
saving throw. I guess it was the same thing.
Okay, so as it kind of explodes, you're kind of surprised by that, UA, and you kind of like gasp. Or which one was your saving throw? The first one or the
Second
second
one.
Okay. So Ayla kind of surprises you and you gasp and you inhale a mouthful of these spores.
At
And
10?
you yes. And you can feel them kind of like enter into your lungs. And kind of like burns your throat as they go down. Um but this thing explodes into little tiny pieces. And the spores kind of like fade off into the dust. And we are out of combat. You have completed destroying my mushroom things. Um, Ayla, I need you to roll a d12. Okay. Uh, write down a 9 somewhere on your character sheet, and every day at dawn, subtract 1 from it.
Oh no. So would we have noticed that she inhaled the stuff?
Probably yes.
She's
Because she
probably-
starts coughing and kind of like spitting out and stuff like that.
Well, I guess it's time to go see the old witch lady.
So as you guys kind of finish off this last kind of walking corpse thing, you start looking around and there's like people watching and they're all kind of like cowering and huddling together. And this kind of younger woman comes rushing up to you and she's, oh my God, thank you. Oh, they just got up and they started attacking people. I don't know what happened. They were fine just earlier this morning. They were just sick. I don't.
Did they drink the water? Is that why they were sick?
Yes, they were the ones that had come down with the sickness from the water.
Oh shit.
Yeah, okay. We'll take care of this. Just stay away from the water.
Well, the water's more important than I thought.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, how many more people have drinking the water?
There's 4 or 5 more of them inside, but they seem to be okay for now.
Yeah, quarantine them.
And the lady who got vomited on.
And you just see her kind of laying on the ground, kind of twitching.
Oh, she might be dead. Maybe we should get them in cells, not because they're in trouble, but just to keep them from hurting anyone or themselves before we get a cure.
Like, what do you mean cell? Like prison? Like the dungeon?
No, I don't want to put them in dungeon cells, but as you can see,
put them somewhere where if they turn into
somewhere
these things, they're not going to harm others.
We're not trying to hurt anyone. We want to protect you guys, and we can't do that if we're not here. And if we stay here, then we can't fix the problem. Do you see where my dilemma is?
Of course. And she kind of like turns around and there's like another villager behind and says, do we have anything where we could keep them contained? And all the villagers just kind of like look at each other, like shrugging their shoulders, like they have no idea what.
Then strap them to the bed.
Okay, of course.
That's the best that we can do, and we'll do our best to figure this out as quickly as possible.
And I need Yue and Caden, I need you both to roll perception checks.
Why is it in every town we go to, shit's fucky?
Fucky. That's a word.
So Yue, you see as she kind of like reaches up and kind of like brushes her hair back, you see a long scratch mark down this lady's arm.
Okay, I'm gonna grab her and like look at it a little bit closer and say, what happened?
And she says, Andre, he scratched me when he got up. I don't.
Who's Andre?
And she kind of points at like the remains of the last kind of zombie that just exploded. And she says, "That used to be him."
Okay, I'll kind of how big is she? Just some like, do I get down and look at her eyes?
She's like a teenage girl, maybe like
Okay.
17.
I'm gonna get down on her level and like look. You could possibly have this as well. You need to also tie yourself to a bed to protect and I'm going to be like, don't say anything, just do it. You need to protect yourself and everyone around you, and if I find out you don't do it, and I'm going to try to intimidate her, I'm going to come back and you're going to be the first one I come for.
Okay. Roll an intimidation check, because her eyes get wide and like she starts to try to back away from you.
Fuck.
And
I'm too like, nice.
She looks at you.
I have the music going on in the background and it's all upbeat.
She looks at you and her eyes get wide and she starts shaking her head and she says, "What? What are you talking about? I'm fine. What are you talking about?" And she kind of like pushes away from you and starts backing away and she says, "I'm fine. I'm not like them. I'm fine." And like the villagers all kind of like start looking at her and backing away from her as well. And everyone's like, "Is she infected? She's infected." And you hear all this whispering going on. "She's gonna turn into one of them. What do we do? What do we do?"
We're gonna go see the crone, and I'll use thaumaturgy to make my voice kind of project more. We heard that she has something that maybe we can do to help. So, until then, keep anyone that's been attacked by these creatures isolated, away from other people, as best you can. The sick, especially, because they're obviously something's wrong with them. This lady's not sick yet, but if she starts showing signs of anything, a cough, thick mucus, anything COVID sounding, please.
As you're saying this, you see a group of guards coming from kind of the north. You see a group of 6 guards kind of trotting up towards you guys. And you see the same guard that you guys saw earlier, and he's like, "What's going on here?"
We dispatched some creatures. We took care of it. None of your business.
He looks at you and says, "None of my business. This is our town. What do you mean you?"
Oh, you're right. Creatures? Actually, if you want to burn these, it's probably a good idea. Make sure you don't breathe any spores. Probably get you a nice yucky cough or something. Just dispose of the bodies and we're good here.
He looks confused. "Spores? What are you talking about?"
Just don't lick the bodies. Yeah. That's all we're saying. Don't lick the bodies.
There's monsters. We killed them. Nothing else.
He walks up.
I'm trying to be deceptive to the fact that, like, I don't want him to freak out on the people and start arresting people. I wanted them to deal with it because I don't trust these cops. That's what I'm. Just so you know my intent.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll a deception check just to see if he kind of starts to listen to you. Do you want deception or persuasion? It's up to you.
Let me see what I got. Where the fuck are my shit? Okay, deception's there. Persuasion is they're equally bad. So deception.
Okay. Oh yeah. And he kind of like walks up to you and he like leans in and he's like, "Okay, what's going on here? What do you need from us?"
Well, Mayor just has us, looking out for the town. Mostly looking for missing people, but stuff like this is popping up. We're just dealing with it. Right now, we just need you to dispose of these bodies.
Keep everyone away from them.
Don't make me ask again.
He's like nods at you and he says, "Okay," and he starts issuing orders. And the guards start to disperse the crowd and says, "Don't worry about it. We got it handled. We'll take care of it. Don't worry. Back to your homes. Back to your homes." And he kind of like the guards start to like disperse the crowd and gather up the bodies, and one of them walks into the warehouse over here and like starts checking on the people inside. It looks like they kind of have it handled and are doing kind of what you said to do. What are you guys gonna do?
What time is it?
In the game.
Yeah.
Probably like 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Should we go talk to the old crone?
Yeah, now.
Yeah, now is probably better than later. Yeah.
Maybe we can also ask her information on, kill two birds with one stone as best we can. Maybe she might know something about this Mr. Sprinkles.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
Yep.
Are you guys gonna investigate the remains, or are you just immediately going to her?
I feel like they're people, so no.
Okay. Okay.
But
so
I mean,
guys...
if anyone wants to,
I will look over them, but I'm not going to touch them.
Mm-hmm. You could just a cursory glance.
Yeah.
You can see that like there's these black mushrooms. Are any of you guys proficient in nature?
Let me look.
Nope.
That
I have a
would
pretty
not be
good
me.
nature, but that's because I'm smart, not because I'm proficient.
Damn.
Yeah.
If only I was there right now.
Okay.
I mean, because of my intelligence, I have a decent.
Go ahead and
nature.
roll a nature check at disadvantage.
Oh, I'm just gonna pick the lowest. I was like, how do I roll disadvantage?
Nice.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Damn.
So
you roll in like hell.
I know. I am a wizard.
You have heard of these mushrooms. You've never seen one before. They're considered to be incredibly rare, and often in the books they aren't sure that they aren't magically created. But what they do is they're called death gate mushrooms. And once a host is infected, there's an incubation period before they start to sprout from, and they only infect living tissue. And once they are finished incubating, they begin to grow, and they start to grow inside the minds of the host until it basically becomes like basically a zombie, but it's infected with the mushrooms, not like a normal
That's cool.
zombie.
That's pretty cool.
And their entire purpose once they become like a zombie is to infect other hosts.
So they were magically created.
Yeah.
You said?
I'll inform the guards to at least like wear something over their face to help protect them from it.
Yes. And it's the spores that cause you to get infected.
I was like, unless you want to turn into one of these, make sure you're covering your mouth.
Iris wants to investigate one of the bodies up close.
Okay.
And, cover your mouth.
I'll be more specific. Iris is gonna try and take a small vial of some of the spores.
Okay.
Ooh, are we gonna have a mayor zombie? I would love that.
Should I roll anything, or can I just
you trying
go there and be like,
to keep this hidden?
nonchalant?
So first roll be a stealth check, or a sleight of hand check.
No, shit.
I'll just take that and whatever your stealth bonus is, or your sleight of hand bonus. That's the same, right?
-3, so 20.
Okay. So you're able to do it without somebody seeing. Roll me a dexterity save.
And I'm going to use lucky.
Okay.
Shall I roll again, or take that 13?
It's up to you. You pick.
Fuck yeah.
Good thing you chose to roll again.
Yeah.
And then roll me a medicine check.
Medicine.
You a gambling man. Ooh. Nice. With a -1 too? That's fucking boss.
You successfully acquire a sample of the spores without infecting yourself. I am very impressed.
I am too. Holy shit.
I'm surprised more than anything else.
Just so you know, the DCs on all of these. Stealth with 15.
Fuck.
Because everyone's fucking watching you. the fucking dexterity was fucking 13 or 14, because that 13 would have failed, and then the medicine was 15.
Jesus Christ.
Nice.
Good shit. Iris
So
over
yes,
there
now you
being
have
fucking suave as fuck.
a vial of Deathgate mushroom spores.
Alistair, make sure you wash your hands.
Go ahead and add that to your character sheet.
It is added.
Okay. And are you guys finished here? Are you gonna talk to anyone, or are you guys going to
Besides telling them to cover up, no.
Okay. And they all
Yeah.
kind of like put they wrap.
I
towels
hand out
or
some
clothes
blue
around their face.
medicine masks.
Yeah, N95 mask.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
All right, so you guys start to head towards the crone, and
See, but
Althea, you walk to the north.
Yes.
And once you leave, kind of like the town area, and get on the road going north, you see that the forest extends for miles to the north, and it's super thick forest on all sides. But you can hear a river kind of running off to the east. Are you gonna like go deep into the forest?
I want to go check out the river.
Okay. So you go and you head over to the river. It's easy to find. And what do you want to do once you're at the banks of the river?
Can I roll an investigation check to see if I see anything of note?
Yep. Go ahead and roll it.
Fuck yeah.
So, in this area, you don't notice anything strange about the river. It just looks like regular water. However, that's in this area. And the only reason I'm saying that part is because you rolled a 21.
Okay. I'm going to continue to explore then until I really find something.
So it's going to take you several hours to find anything. Do you want to continue exploring for several hours? It's gonna get dark.
That's fine.
Okay. So you're gonna be doing that while they go have this conversation with the crone. So you guys make your way over to where the crone's cottage is, and as you guys kind of like start walking up towards the cottage, it's kind of like this leather tent. Out in front, she has like all of these plots with all kinds of different herbs and vegetables and all kinds of different plants seem to be growing out front. And she's standing in front of her tent, kind of looking off into the distance towards the area you guys just came from. And when she sees you, she kind of looks at you and says and calls out to you, hurry up, get over here, hurry up.
I waddle over. I don't know why I'm waddling. I have a dog in my hands, but I walk over.
And as you guys approach, she says, I've been waiting for you to show up. Of course. Come in. I have the task for you. Come in. And she walks into the tent. What are you guys going to do?
I guess walk in.
You couldn't
follow
hear
her in
me.
there?
I'm dumb. I was gonna ask her, how do you know what the town people need?
She completely ignores you and walks into the tent.
Okay, I like her.
And
I trust her.
Weirdly, so do I.
I know. That's
I wonder if
very
it's
true.
some sort of magical aura.
I think she just reminds me of myself. Maybe, I don't know.
It's a weird vibe check here. She's passing.
Do you walk in behind her?
Yeah.
Yes.
So as you guys walk in, she's going to a cupboard and opening up a cupboard, and she pulls out a glass vial, and she looks at it and smells it, and like shakes her head and tosses it to the side, and grabs another vial and looks at it, and she nods her head, goes to a counter, starts grabbing some leaves out of a bowl and putting it into the jar, walks over to another counter and grabs a liquid and smells it, and like makes a face, starts pouring it into the jar, grabs another vial off of another counter, and starts shaking it up and mixes it into the jar with the previous leaves, and walks up to you and hands it to you and says, so go take this to the villagers and have anyone that's been exposed to whatever's going on there, drink it immediately. Oh, and she walks over and grabs the bag and she hands it to you, Caden, and walks to another shelf and opens that up, looks through it for rummages through like a bunch of vials and jars and sacks, and she reaches out to the back and grabs a sack of something, and she walks over to you and places it in the bag, grabs a bunch of other different ingredients, completely ignoring you, not saying anything, and just putting a bunch of stuff inside of the in the bag. And she says, "Okay, so this should all help you be able to find the ingredients I need. I'm going to need um uh uh what is it called? I wrote it all down. Hold on, let me find it. I'm going to need the star flower. I'm going to need 4 leaves from a blood daisy. I'm going to need some mud from the swamps. I'm going to need the stinger from a wasp. Not just any wasp, mind you. It must be a giant wasp. Just the giant wasp. That's the only stinger I need. You'll know it when you see it. And I'm going to need the tongue of a swamp newt. And I need you to bring it to me immediately. Off with you. Get out. Off. Go. Go.
Okay.
And she starts literally physically pushing you out of her tent.
Like, well, I like her.
Yep, I got all that down.
Yes, quickly. Lives are at stake, quickly.
Do we already? Did she hand us stuff to already help with at
Yeah.
least the
Yes.
people?
Yep,
Yeah,
she gave you
gave
a
us
jar.
some vials.
Okay. How long did it take us to get there? Because technically, I still have my horse. If it's been, because it takes lasts an hour.
Okay, then
Would it be gone?
30 minutes to get there. So.
Okay, so I'll use my horsey to run the stuff over there.
Okay. And as you're leaving, she calls, says, "Tell them I'll be there in a moment. I just have to grab some things and I'll be over."
All right.
Blink, blink.
And you guys just leave and go back?
I guess so.
Just want
Okay.
to get them their medicine.
So
I mean, you guys can stay, right? Because I'm just delivering medicine. If you wanted to ask her questions.
To us anyways.
Fair.
Well, where do we find these things that you requested? Are they just in the forest?
As you say that, she walks past you and says, "Come, I'll talk to you on the way." And starts walking down the path, and she says, "There's a lake to the south. It's called the Mobius Swamp. I need you to go to the Mobius Swamp. That's where you'll find the newt's tongue and also the blood blood iris, blood daisy, that was it. The blood
like
daisy.
blood iris.
And there are giant wasps in the forest in that area. I need you to bring me their stinger immediately, of course. And if you dig into the swamp, you'll be able to find the right mud. It must be thick and viscous. It must be black as well. I don't want any of the brown stuff. I need the black stuff immediately.
It's black and thick. Okay. Mobius Lake, you said? Where is that?
To the south. It's the Mobius Swamp.
Okay, that's the only part I missed. Wow, I couldn't type. Okay.
And I should describe this person more, but I wanted it to be like she already knew what was going on, was in making it happen really fast. But she is very clearly like a quarter orc and like partially elven and also partial gnome, because she's like a 3.5 foot tall orcish looking creature, but
with elf ears.
With elf ears, yes.
Love it. I really like her a lot. I found my next character, you guys.
God.
I love it.
And as you guys walk up, she just starts talking about, I told them that this was going to happen, but they didn't listen to me. I tried to make them the medicine, but they said everything was going to be fine. All they were doing was throwing up. But I said there had to have been some kind of a curse. I don't know what kind of a curse, but I told them.
Okay, so you believe it's a curse?
Of course, dear.
What
else would it be?
What makes you say that? Do you have like prophetic powers?
And she stops and looks at you like, "Are you an idiot?"
Yes, I'm an idiot. I'm not from around here. I don't know.
She's like,
I've never been around many people like you.
She's like, of course not, dear. Keep up, please. And she continues walking, and she says, well, if I tested the water, and you could clearly tell from the water that there was some kind of a curse. There was a magical residue. I told them, but they wouldn't believe me. They never do. That's why I have to live out here by myself, because nobody wants to believe me unless somebody gets sick, and then, of course, they show at my doorstep.
Yep, I understand those feels.
Question: while Iris was crossing the lake, was the water glowing by chance? Since she still had the detect magic on?
No.
Okay, and second, is that vial of death, whatever, actually glowing? I'm curious if it's actually magic.
No.
Okay.
So it was probably magically made, but it's not magic in itself.
Potentially.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway,
sorry, I was gone. Did she give us like a cure for the spores or something yet?
She gave you. She said this is a treatment to make them feel better. It's medicine, but it.
Yeah, we still need to solve the problem of them drinking it and turning into them.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
So do you know how we can stop this curse? Do you have any idea?
Well, of course, you find what's creating it and you eliminate it.
Do you know what is creating it?
Something in the water. Obviously, it must be upstream. Otherwise, how did it get here?
That is true. I was just about to ask that.
I told the villagers that they must be quarantined, that they must keep them separate from everyone. I knew something like this was going to happen, but they wouldn't listen to me.
Should have had everyone wear masks.
Yes, the N95 is the only ones that are effective.
They would actually do that.
I know, for real. Especially with that mayor.
Right.
There is no,
You guys keep walking for a while. Did you have any other questions you want to ask her while you're walking?
Do you know about any of these disappearances?
She says, I have no specifics. I know that people have been leaving the town. I would leave the town too, but this is my home. I've been here my entire life. Why would I leave?
Okay.
It has nothing to do with me.
You haven't been talking into any strange men lately?
She stops and she says, well, there was that one thing in the woods.
Oh, can you explain?
And she just kind of like is deep in thought, and she says, oh, it was probably nothing.
No, and I'm gonna like stand in front of her. No, I need to know. This will help me. And I was like, we can keep walking while you talk to me about this.
So she like thinks for a second and she says, well, I was out in the woods collecting herbs and I saw something. It was, I don't know what it was. It looked like a man, but and she stops and kind of like looks at you and like takes a deep breath and she says, but it couldn't have been a man. It had no face or any other distinguishing features. It was almost like it was like a man form without the man. But that doesn't make any sense.
What was it doing?
It was standing there looking at my cottage. It was...
Oh, God. Now we can't leave you alone.
It's ridiculous. I'm old and I see things, but let's keep going. Quickly. We have to get there. Mm-hmm. And she just starts walking off.
Okay, and I'll let her walk ahead of me, and I'm just gonna think about this. I'm gonna kind of turn over to my God, it's not Ellie. What's her name in this? Ayla. And I'm gonna say I think we're gonna have to keep an eye on after this. I mean, it's one thing after another. I'm worried that she's gonna be next to disappear.
Very busy town.
It's almost as if someone is poisoning the good name of this town, and someone is taking note and cursing the whole place.
I'm not on mute.
Oh, you're talking too low then. It's not picking you up.
It's the first
Oh
time
yeah, I
I've
didn't hear
heard
you at all.
in the
Yeah.
last few minutes.
Because I inhaled the spores.
Oh yeah, you need to take some of that. Did you leave some medicine for her?
No, because I didn't make the connection. I don't think Kaden did. Like I know that she's like inhaled some, but for some reason I was more worried about like they drank the water, so it didn't cross my mind. She's got 9 days.
Oh, it's not. Hopefully.
Do you have any more of the stuff for that? I just realized that we need to get some of this for our friend here.
I mean, if you catch up, you could just ask for it.
Yeah, at this point, you guys are like kind of walking up to them, and Caden, do you kind of like disseminate the?
Yeah,
the
imagine
drink?
while I was there, I was passing out.
Yep. So there's four people on beds inside of the warehouse. And so you give each of them just like a big gulp of the liquid inside the jar.
And for their sake, just in case it's yucky, I'll make it taste like beer.
Yucky.
So you're gonna, how do you do that?
Prestidigitation. I can change the flavor of something.
Prestidigitation?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know I say it wrong.
So yeah, they drink it. They seem very sick, so they're like almost unconscious at the time. And on several of them, you see like lesions that seem to be starting to form. And I need you to roll 4 d4s.
That's a lot of 4s.
And add your medicine modifier.
Oh, do I have one of those? Let's see.
Yep.
I didn't know. I thought I was just giving it. Well, no modifier, so just 4d4s.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
1, that's not great, but at least 3 of them were decent.
Okay.
Or is that how much damage I'm doing to them?
Nope, not at all. Okay, so you give it all to them, and as you kind of walk out of the warehouse, you see the old crone walking up, and she doesn't even stop. She just walks into the warehouse and starts kneeling next to one of the patients and like taking its vital signs and stuff like that. Do you walk out and you walk outside, Caden?
Yeah, I'll meet the party.
Okay. So yeah, you guys are all standing outside, and Tina walks into the warehouse.
All right, I dispersed most of the medicine.
Did you save any for Ayla?
There's some left.
I figured what was left, I just threw in the river. Thought it would help clear the whatever's in the water. I'm just kidding.
You didn't. I was like, I'm gonna grab Caden by the hair.
No, I was like, yeah, I've got some right here still. It looks like enough for a few people.
To kill his wife.
Just kidding.
Someone's on the couch tonight. Just kidding.
Do you take a swig, Ayla?
I'll make it taste like beer as well. Just kidding.
I don't like the taste of beer.
Too late.
Your medicine.
Just drink it.
I need you to roll a d4, Ayla.
Why?
Nice. Crude.
Add 4 to that 9.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It's like a whole week off before we have to.
Does she get to add her medicine check, or is it because I have a 0 still?
It's because you have a 0 still. You're giving it to her. Okay, so what's the plan now? There's like some villagers watching on, and it is like fully dark at this point.
We could check out the water, follow the river.
Well, we're gonna have to go find the stuff like as soon as dawn breaks.
That's true, but we find the stuff. Where does it go? Well, I guess you're right. We should go find this stuff.
But we can't. I mean, they're okay. So we're not going to find anything at night.
Where the fuck's Althea?
Oh,
She's been so quiet lately. What the fuck? And then she just disappears.
She's been infected by something a long time ago.
And as you guys say this, we cut to Althea, and Althea, you're walking up the river. Are you there, Althea?
Yeah.
you're walking up the river, and you get to a place where there's lots of like shrubs and like driftwood kind of like washed up against the bank. And as you were getting closer and closer, you started to smell the scent of death, like something had died. And right as you kind of come around this bend, you hear like heavy footsteps, and you hear whoo, whoo,
What the?
Owl
and
bear?
you hear the sounds of running footsteps, and you turn around and you see a enormous creature start to run out of the forest with big, huge, glowing yellow eyes, and where its mouth should be a sharp beak protruding from its face. And shortly behind it, you see a slightly smaller version of the same thing as they break through the brush in the forest, running straight for you. And that's where we're in the session.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking hell.
All right.
Althea, if you die, I'm gonna kill you.
Oh, I have ways of getting out, so it's okay.
Okay.
Unless you guys wanted to keep playing, but it is 10:30. I know that's usually
I
our
think
stop
Miranda's
time.
tired too.
It is
Yeah.
1:30.
Yeah.
I got to go to bed. Oh. Wait,
It was a
do I
good
have a
game.
session tomorrow? No, tomorrow's Saturday. Tomorrow's my day off. Oh, I have D&D tomorrow.
So what did you guys think of the session?
That was
It
awesome.
was fantastic. I love this stuff. I love solving mysteries.
Look how happy you are, Josh.
I forgot the camera was on.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, that was fun.
You guys liked it.
Yeah, it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I mostly
man.
had fun just working against the mayor.
Yeah.
Well,
I
you can
was
work with
thinking-
fucking Iris to fucking poison him.
Well, I was gonna start sending him flowers that are semi-poisonous.
Give him a
And
rash.
Yeah, that just says, sorry, and then with like a heart and my name.
Aw.
Just like keep sending them to him.
I will just straight up tell you, I'm sure you guys can figure this out in character too. But he's just a petty asshole. You guys disrespected him, so he's gonna make your life difficult.
And so I'm gonna try and make it up to him with some flowers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know they're semi-poisonous. What are you talking about?
She doesn't know nature.
I'll be right back.
It's fine.
I'll send him chocolates that I farted on.
Oh.
Oh, nut butter. Ew.
I
I didn't want that description in my life.
Are you really planning on doing that, or are you just saying that as a joke?
Who?
You.
Oh no, I'm totally gonna send him flowers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I won't tell you what will happen, but
Yeah, don't tell me. Yeah. I think in the next when I have a chance to go by the inn, I'll have someone order flowers for me and write a sweet little note.
oh man, that was fun. I enjoyed. Like we did a lot of stuff. You guys got a lot of information.
A lot. Yeah, my notes are all over the place.
Yeah. Do you have any theories of what's going on yet?
Vaguely. I don't really have. I mean, I have an idea just based on the fact that there was, someone with like faceless. It's some kind of face stealer, but
A changeling?
changeling.
Or
Oh,
what are they called?
But no, but he has all the memories. So does a changeling work like that?
I don't know. It could be some sort of DM variation.
Like I want to Google it, but I don't because I don't want to metagame. So I'm
you
like,
can
I'm gonna
Google away because it is my own creation. So
Oh,
that's
no,
what I
that's
thought.
cool.
It,
Okay.
Yeah, my thinking is that whoever Darius is not Darius anymore. Completely is Mr. Twinkles or Sprinkles.
Sprinkles,
Yeah,
who
yeah.
is a
Who
sounds
has
like a
taken
pimp
over
to me.
parts of his memory as well as his body.
Yeah,
But so that's what Caden's thinking based off the information.
yeah. Well, that's what Yue is thinking too, but she doesn't have like a lot of knowledge about this. She's just like, this is something weird. And now I'm worried about the old lady.
With that, like, what would be the purpose of him taking over?
Because
body, though?
he was already getting suspicion on him, so he took over somebody else's body.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because if everyone started disappearing when he came into town,
Oh,
how way to take the heat off of you by being someone else.
I wonder if he's going to be someone else next time we see him.
That's what I'm worried about, is that he could be anyone in town. That's why we need to figure out what kind of mannerisms he has, and that's why I was like, maybe somebody who doesn't usually hot with the ladies being hot with the ladies.
Yeah.
If the mayor starts acting weird, we know we can kill him.
Yes.
Hold on, I need to see what Alistair wants.
You want something to drink?
Well, I'm going to go because it's 1:30. But I'm going to have to turn off the video, though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So we should, anyone who wants to keep talking, go to Discord.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Recording stopped.